Casey K.
Can you believe it?
I know.
Another year.
We're right back where we left off.
That's right.
And you don't look another year older. Don't you worry.
Oh, there you go. All right. So, hey, I tell you what. If this year is anything like last year, this is going to be a great season.
It is. And we got some teams this year that I'm feeling pretty good about that may have not had the best years last year. I'm excited to get it started.
Yeah. And one of the big games we're watching for you, obviously, Alcoa Maryville is our game of the week, brought to you by our friends at LMU, the Rail Splitters. And let's head out to Maryville right now. This game already underway. They had a bit of a delay, though. They had some storms come through early. This game was supposed to kick off at 7. Actually got underway just a few moments ago.
What would you do without a week 1 rain delay, Bo?
Right.
I mean, it's almost like you could script it,
yeah,
right?
And especially with the game, right?
With the game, yes.
So again, live look for you right now. This place has been packed. They emptied the stands and they brought back everybody. You can see they've got some sunshine there, so some good news. We'll come back to that one in just a moment. We do want to check in on a handful of other games that we've got going on for you right now. We've got Karns and Hardin Valley, and again, big night for Hardin Valley. They just put it in the end zone. Hardin Valley looked to kind of resurrect things. They've been sputtering over the last few years.
And you heard me say that there's some teams I'm watching this season. Hardin Valley is absolutely one of them. 5-5 last season, and I don't think it stops there for them this season, but I think they're going to get well over 500. I feel it in the air for them this fall. I really do.
Yeah, 5-5 last year, 2-4 in district play. Hopefully good things here for Hardin Valley. We'll have to keep an eye on that one, but Hardin Valley on the board, so we'll come back to this game for you here in just a moment. Other games we're watching for you around the area tonight. Again, we're moving all over the area for you. Just take a look at the pep squad there from Hardin Valley doing the high kicks for you. Here we go, back to action. Right now we're picking up Bearden and West. This game at Bearden, home of the Bulldogs. West right now looks like they were driving. Either we got a timeout. Oh, look at right on the 1-yard line.
Hurry up and wait.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, well, Bearden, I mean, they're trying to come back from a disastrous season, to put it lightly. Last year, winless. It was the worst season in program history for the Bulldogs. 0-9. I mean, they started out the season with, I believe it was a 56-point loss to Alcoa in week 1 or week 2. Their first game of the year was against West. This team didn't finish last year. It was called due to rain.
Right.
So that first game was Alcoa. So it was week 2. First game of the season was hard for them. So they're looking to not repeat that here tonight.
Yeah, this Bearden team, by the way, last year outscored 343-71. It was a season the Bulldogs would definitely like to put behind them. West had their own storyline coming into that one. They had to make some coaching changes as we got closer to the season. Baron Chandler coming in. He's now in his 2nd year, but really they pulled out a 4-3 district season after a slow start last year as well. So let's see what happens. West coming up right now to the line. They're about a yard out from the end zone. Let's see if the Rebels can put the ball in the end zone. Pick up our first touchdown of the year on Friday Frenzy Live. What do you think, Casey? Right up the middle?
I think right up the middle. Punch it in, get it done.
That's what they're going to try to do. There you go.
There you go.
Say no more. Dominique Bingham. That's right. You're 1-0 on the year.
West is 6-0 against Bearden right now.
Dominique Bingham, the senior running back, 205 pounds, used all of it to make his way right up the middle there, put 6 points on the board for West High School.
Baron Chandler got a full off season with these guys. Obviously, like you said, last year he came in kind of a few months beforehand, didn't get to cultivate his full team, but the biggest thing that he wanted to see tonight was to see that prep from the off season pay off. And I mean, what's better than to punch in a touchdown right off the bat like that? And
then Addison Klein finishes it off with the extra point to make put 7 more points on the board for West. Good crowd there, by the way, at Bearden. Yeah. There you go. There's a look at the scoreboard for you as we're getting the update. It is 7-0 West right now. All right, let's go back to our game of the week, Alcoa and Maryville. Again, West leading that one 7-0 as we pull away now to go back to the game that everybody's been talking about coming into this season.
I mean, you can see those people are like right up against the gate. There is no standing room over there today. I would hate to have to park in that parking lot. I don't know how far people are parking tonight, but they'll do it for Maryville.
I tell you what, Alcoa on the move. Manu, and with the quick pass, and you can see they pick up quite a few yards there. Thomas Manu, though, what a season he had last year for Alcoa.
Yeah, what a season that he had. Just over 3,000 yards. He was a finalist for Mr. Football in 4A. He completed 80% of his passes, Bo. You're not seeing that from every high school quarterback in the area.
No, you're not. And this is really a great game if you like quarterbacks. Both teams come in with some highly touted QBs.
Yeah, Maryville still has Will Jones at quarterback, so he came in about midway through his freshman year, starting quarterback at the time, got injured. They tried out another guy, didn't work. Then they went to Will Jones as a freshman. He's had it ever since.
Manu going deep downfield, and it is complete. Great catch,
Beautiful.
Good coverage, but great catch. They're still
Maryville's
wrestling
not
for
accepting it.
Yeah. Jameer Dean, the senior, on the receiving end of that one. A great catch, good concentration there for the senior.
Yeah, Jameer Dean is a guy that, I mean, we've been watching for years now, not just on the football field, but on the basketball field as well. I mean, he's really coming to own as a receiver, and he's committed to Georgia, University of Georgia. So that's where he's going to be heading after this year.
You can see he's using his basketball abilities there. That was like a jump ball, and he won that one. But again, good coverage on it, good concentration, though, by Dean. So let's see what Alcoa does. Boy, you talk about, I don't know who has more pressure. Is it Maryville to try to get back and win a state championship? It's been a while, or Alcoa to continue their winning ways?
I think it's Alcoa to continue their winning ways, but I mean, they go into every season with the goal to do it for their seniors, because the seniors, they want to send them out with one.
This time they keep it on the ground. Running Micah Jones. Takes it into the end zone. And that's how you do it.
That felt way too easy.
Yeah. I mean, did anybody even touch him?
Yeah.
My goodness. So Micah Jones.
Why try?
I mean, this team, look at that. I mean, we just saw Dean Sr., Micah Jones, a senior, Manu, a senior as well.
Seems like they just have a senior class that's talented, though, every single year. That's the thing about Alcoa. They just reload. They never have to rebuild.
Yeah, that is for sure. So an impressive drive there by Alcoa. We'll come back, check on the score and everything for you here in just a moment. As a matter of fact, we're going to stay and watch the extra point.
Got to make sure they get that on the board. We can't have the wrong scores for you.
We can't jinx the kicker.
I think it's going to go through.
And there you go.
Look
Casey,
at that. I'm 2-0 on my calls. That was an easy one, though.
Just unbelievable. Yeah, 2-0. Let's just wrap up the show and call it a day.
Yeah.
You're off to a great start. So Alcoa driving there, and pretty impressive from what we picked up there. Just a few plays sticking in. But look at the crowd. I mean, all of Blount County, just about, it seems like, turns out. But Maryville, always a great place to watch high school football, whether you're the home team or the visiting team.
Yeah, Battle of Pistol Creek, one you don't want to miss year after year. Second year in a row, they've kicked it off with this rivalry right off the bat, something that both sides of this rivalry enjoy, just getting it out of the way right away.
Yeah, those two schools only about 3 or 4 miles apart. All right, I want to check in on another game for you. Clinton taking on Heritage tonight. One of the most picturesque places to watch high school football is out at Heritage. But this is how this game started. Clinton off the kickoff, and this is Wilkees Young, the senior, and he turns it on, heads down the sideline, and just like that, Clinton is on the scoreboard. That's how you start a season.
That's how you start a season. Clinton went 2-7 last year, and that play does not look like it, though.
No, it doesn't. But Heritage comes right back on their opening drive. Watch this run here as they bring it near side for you. And this ties it up. Great run. This is going to be Bubba Patterson, the senior running back.
Great name.
Yeah, I love it.
Love
Bubba
the
Patterson.
name.
Keep that in mind all season. And then Clinton in the air, and no one's back there except someone wearing a white jersey, right? And that's not what you want to see if you're Heritage.
Yeah, I believe that's Austin Phillips, number 10. For Clinton, and look at that celebration. He's excited about it, Bo.
I tell you what, watch out for Clinton this year. We may have to keep a close watch on him. All right, looks like Hall's just scored in their matchup, so Hall's taking on Oak Ridge. I tell you, Hall's finished strong last year. They got off to a slow start, and looks like they're keeping some of that momentum. Had a good little run in the playoffs as well.
Yeah, I talked to Coach this week. He said you would expect to build on a season like last season, right? But you can't always rely on that because every team is so different. So they're just trying to continue a winning pedigree, and they had the best run into the postseason in program history last year. So, I mean, they're going to try to keep it alive, but Coach is realistic, new team, got to figure out what works, but it looks like,
Oh, looks like maybe an interception, we were told. Okay, that we were picking. We saw a celebration. Looked like that was Cooper Blanton jumping around. He plays wide receiver and defensive back for Hall. So that's exactly what we were picking up on. Looks like it's a 3-0 game right now. So obviously plenty of time, but a close one and a good crowd out there tonight.
The way Coach Hughes was celebrating, you would have thought it was a touchdown. I mean, he was excited about that defensive play.
I tell you what, anytime you can stop Oak Ridge, it is a big moment. You see there Lincoln Wilson, the junior, in at quarterback for Hall's. Whistle's blown, though, and the coach is going to come out here and have a chat for just a moment.
New quarterback for Halls this year after Amari Lethko, who was a 4-year starter for Halls, graduated last year, so they got a new guy in, but he's going to be helped by Drell Chandler, who's a senior, and he's committed to Clemson. So he's kind of an offensive piece that can kind of help guide a younger quarterback this year for the Red Devils.
Boy, I tell you what, things have really picked up over there in Halls, that is for sure. And you can just tell by the support that this team's getting and the turnout today for this opener against Oak Ridge. So great opener. I tell you, this already brought you a lot of action, seen some scores. There's a whole lot more to come here on Friday Frenzy Live. We'll be right back with more in just a moment. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. Bo Williams and Casey Kay. We're taking you back out to Alcoa Maryville. That first quarter starting to wind down. Casey, Maryville trying to counter after we saw Alcoa drive the field.
Yeah, I think it's important that they do it quickly and efficiently to kind of shut down any momentum Alcoa could get.
And this time they're keeping it on the ground. Good run, good hole, good pickup there for Maryville. And again, right there on the carry, Dax Cole, the senior. A lot of seniors we're calling out today.
Yeah, a lot of seniors on both sides of the ball. And like you can see there, 7-0 still Alcoa as that first quarter winds down. So we're probably going to get a little break here.
So a tight game. You know what? Last year it was 7-0 Maryville at the end of the first quarter. So Alcoa up this time around. We'll see how this one plays out before we hit halftime. All right, we're going to take a look at some highlights from some other games from around the area. We're going to pick up for you. What we're doing, Hardin Valley and Karns. This has been all Hardin Valley. You were even talking about it earlier, Casey. Expecting some big things. Good season for Hardin Valley this year, and you're off to a great start.
Yeah, and that was number 16 that punched in, or sorry, 18 that punched it in for Hardin Valley, which is Bo Wise, running back.
Good name.
It is a good name, it is. So when Tyler Wen took over, he said it was going to take 1,000 days to get the culture where he wanted it to be, and they're right at that point now, Bo. So we can kind of see why this is all paying off. Get to see that play again, too.
Yeah, there you go. So Bo Wise spells it differently, not B-O-B-E-A-U, in case you're scoring at home. But again, good stuff there for Hardin Valley. So here's the second score for Hardin Valley, and they keep it on the ground again, just from a few yards out, and the touchdown there. They are in control of this game. Karns having some problems right now, that is for sure. Matter of fact, Karns last year was outscored 338 to 243, and things not looking too much better this year. It looks like Karns pushed back deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they went 3-7 last year. They've actually only had 7 wins through the 3 years that Lee Warren has been head coach. Looks like quarterback's going to keep it with the throw.
Nice pass.
Nice pass, nice.
Kind of slung it wide there to the sideline. Ryan Irwin on the receiving end there. That is another senior, a senior wideout for Karns. So a good pickup for Karns. See if they can get something going. They need to get on the board. It's 27-0, by the way. Hardin Valley on top in this game. Ben Stiles is the quarterback. Again, another senior.
Yeah, last year, this was the game that kicked off the season for Hardin Valley and Karns as well. Hardin Valley won 45-25, so kind of on track to get close to that same score right now, at least on the Hardin Valley side.
Right, so let's see what they can do. See if Ben Stiles can move this team downfield. They are in desperate need of something before halftime, that is for sure. As, again, they're moving the ball. They keep it on the ground instead of going to the air. Pick up a few yards on the carry there, but Hardin Valley doing a nice job.
You talk about seniors in that Alcoa Maryville game. Well, Hardin Valley, they've got 18 seniors this year, Bo. That might be one of the top numbers in the area. It's a lot of senior guys.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of guys getting some playing time. The key is at some point working in some of those guys for next year. Make sure that they're seeing some playing time as well. So. But, yeah, that's good for Hardin Valley. That was number 21, by the way. That was DeMarcus Jones on the carry for Karns. And it looks like we've got a penalty on the field. They're going to march this one backwards. So just as Karns was maybe trying to find some momentum, they stubbed their toe there, and they got the ball right around the 19 or 20-yard line.
Yeah, head coach Lee Warren is hoping that the fact that these guys, his seniors, his juniors, have been in the culture for 2-3 years under him, hoping that translates a little bit more than we've seen the last 3 years under Warren. That's kind of the hope that they're going into the season with.
So let's see here. Stiles out of the shotgun. Looks like this is how they like to run things. He's going to roll to his right again. Last time he threw it. This time it looks like he's going to tuck it and run. And then maybe picks up a few yards before running into where the place kicker likes to get a workout.
I did that yesterday almost.
Did you really
at Anderson County right before I was like, oh, got to learn the football sidelines once again. I was about to get drilled with the kick.
Well, that's the thing too. I mean, they picked up 2 yards on the run there, by the way, and that's the thing too. People don't understand shooting these games. You know it, I know it. I've been there. Running up and down. There are besides running, trying to avoid the players. There are so many obstacles. So you're trying to get that right position to shoot a game.
Yeah. Especially some tight sidelines. Anderson County certainly has a pretty tight sideline. Maryville, probably the tightest sideline in the area to kind of maneuver around. Karns isn't too bad. You got the track, a little bit more flexibility to move.
Right. All right, so here we go, Ben Stiles. Let's see if he can do something. He picked up 2 on the run to the far side. This time he is going to throw, slings it quickly, and yeah, it is complete right across the middle. Still a battle there. He's trying to pick up every yard he can, but not going to be enough for the first down.
They've been putting in a lot of work for not a lot of yards here.
Yeah, that's true. They got to change that a little bit. We're going to go back over to our game of the week brought to you by LMU. This is Maryville and Alcoa. Alcoa up 7-0 in this game, but Maryville with the football in the second quarter and driving right now as they're looking to tie this one up.
I think 7-0 is a pretty strong start to defend against the offense that Alcoa is bringing this year. I mean, they're, like you said, they're very senior heavy. I would say that they're a little bit more experienced than the team that Maryville brings in. Obviously, Maryville has their experienced quarterback, but just in general, some of the teams we've seen from Maryville over the last few years, I would say this one's slightly less experienced. So I think sitting at 7-0 is pretty good start here for Maryville. They could easily tie it up too.
Yeah. Let's see if I don't know if we've got a penalty on the play here. We've got a lot of people walking around. Let's see what's going on here. Looks like maybe Maryville called a timeout on this play. But yeah, just down 7-0. As we mentioned last year in this game, Maryville was the one up 7-0. This time it's Alcoa up 7-0. But yeah, Will Jones, I mean, we talk a lot about Manu and the amazing season he had last year, and you alluded to it as well. But Will Jones, a great quarterback. We'll talk about him coming up here in just a second as we get that timeout. But this is going to be a great one to watch if you like quarterbacks. All right. Another game we're going to get you up to date on as we're bouncing all around the area. This is Oak Ridge and Halls. Last time we checked in, it was a 3-0 game, Oak Ridge. But Halls had come up with a big defensive play. It is still 3-0 with about 6 minutes to go. Man, look at that on the Jumbotron there.
It's pretty good height.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. I was, I'm trying to find out who was 44. That's Gavin Self.
When they bring this video back to us, you're going to have to redo the move.
Okay, well.
That's what I expect from you, though.
Might be in traction. Brody Sparks handing it off there, or getting the ball too. Look at this, a big pickup. This is going to be Demillion Porter, the senior, and again, a good run there. Actually knocked over a Halls player, but good job. But I'm hearing some extra whistles being blown.
Yeah, it looks like he knocked over a few on the way there. Oak Ridge had a fantastic beginning to this season last year, 9-0, and then they ended up quick exit out of the playoffs. They're looking to kind of rewrite that this year.
Here's Will Jones with the handoff. Can Maryville punch it into the end zone? They are driving, not quite there yet. But again, the Rebels moving the ball downfield right now. On the carry this time was Wyatt Wilbur, another senior.
Another senior. They're just senior heavy everywhere. Speaking of those seniors, Maryville seniors are 1-2 against Alcoa over the last 3 years. They're looking to even the score a little bit before they leave the Rebels.
Yeah, 98th meeting between these two. I mean, this is one that goes back. Pistol Creek, by the way, it's a little creek that separates these two areas. And that's why they call it the Battle of Pistol Creek. Maryville and Alcoa, as we mentioned earlier, it's about a 3-4 mile hike.
Only about 10 minutes, from
between
each
the
other.
Two schools, they are very close. A lot of these guys know each other. They've grown up with one another, maybe even played together when they were younger. Good job by Alcoa this time. They pretty much just closed up that hole. There was really nowhere to go.
Yeah. The Maryville offense has some key players. Running back is one that head coach Kenny Cobble mentioned. Their running back room is strong. Obviously, we saw them kind of get shut down there, but he's hoping that group kind of leads them a little bit. They've got a guy from South Doyle who transferred in, Mill Crenshaw, if you remember him from last year with the Keys. He was very productive with South Doyle, so he's suiting up with the Rebels this year. Coach is excited about him. And just in general, Coach Cobble in his first year leading the charge. He's been there for a decade. He's experienced this rivalry, but he was really excited about this being his first one leading at the helm.
Especially if you've been a part of it for so long, right? So we'll see how things roll. By the way, we were talking about, we saw that last play. Alcoa last year, they outscored their opponents 692 to 167. We always talk about their offense, but their defense.
It's insane.
It really is what they're able to do. Here's Maryville, though. I say that, and I jinxed Alcoa's defense.
Will Jones.
Will Jones on the keeper. And there you go, 7-6. They'll look to tie it up here with the extra point. But again, Maryville comes back downfield and punches it in on the short run there by the quarterback.
Coach Cobble said that if you could pick anyone to be a quarterback, he would pick Will Jones.
Yeah, he's high on this guy, that's for sure. Hey, stay with us. We've got more of Friday Frenzy Live in just a moment. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. We go right back to the action. South Doyle taking on Austin East. These two teams played to kick off the season last year. South Doyle punching it in there into the end zone. South Doyle won last year. Right now they're up on this one, but they won last year 52-30.
Huge win last year. South Doyle ended up having a 4-6 season, while Austin East, a little less fortunate, 1-9.
The South Doyle there, as you can see, picking up the score. This was early in the game. Walter Gold with the score, the senior running back. And then this was the second score of the game. And you talk about a second effort. That time it looked like Reed Reynolds maybe trying to get in there. But again,
it was only a yard or two to punch it in there.
It was a hard one. What was that again, Jeff? I'm sorry. All right, 13-6 South Doyle right now on top of Austin East. So the Roadrunners get on the board. But you can see two scores there for South Doyle. We'll keep a close eye on that one. All right, go back to Oak Ridge taking on Halls tonight. And here's Oak Ridge coming right at you, almost in the end zone. Did he get there? I don't think he did.
I don't think he got there. I think we would see a little bit more celebration from that one. But just inches short, for sure.
Yeah, a great run that time for Oak Ridge as they are knocking on the door here. They were up 3-0. That Brody Sparks, expecting some big things from him.
Yeah, Brody Sparks last year had just under 2,500 passing yards. I know his goal was to get to 3,000, so I'm sure that's still the kind of dream that's on his mind this year, to break that 3K mark.
So let's see what Oak Ridge dials up here as they are looking to extend their lead on Halls.
19 passing touchdowns for him last year, but I know we just saw him on his feet, so...
Oh, almost let that one get away from him. A good job there, concentration, bringing it down one-handed. And they get in. They barely got in, but that's a touchdown. Demillion Porter, good job camera work, too. Came right at us. You saw it there, just barely got across the line, but that gives Oak Ridge at least 6 more points right now.
And as mentioned, I mean, Oak Ridge did not have a good end to the season. They started out so dominant, but they couldn't finish it out, lost in the first round of the postseason. I would say it was a very unexpected loss to Science Hill, and that's really left a bad taste in their mouth. Today was their first chance to kind of write that away and have something else to think about.
So here's the extra point. It is up, and I think they blew the whistle before the kick, it sounded like. Kyler Sachs is the senior kicker for this Oak Ridge squad, so it looks like they blew the whistle just before. So let's see if they march this one back a little bit or what happened here. But Oak Ridge up right now 9-0.
Malik Howard's another guy that we're going to be looking out for on Oak Ridge, Tennessee commit. So he's going to be staying close after this year. He's a tight end, and him and Brody Sparks have been really working together in the offseason. Coach Derek Rank said they've just have formed a natural connection on the field that he thinks is really going to be on display this year for Oak Ridge and the Wildcats.
That's great to see, though, when we see a lot of these local players going to UT or even some of our other surrounding schools staying home and playing in this area. That way we can all kind of watch them in their college careers as well.
Yeah. Makes it feel a little bit more of a connection when you know what they've done in high school and then they go on to the next level, but staying close, kind of like we've seen with Deshaun Bishop at UT and him having so much success there and so much support from the community as well.
All right, whatever it was, they got it figured out. So we're going to try this again. Again, back to kick now is the senior Kyler Sachs for Oak Ridge. Let's see how it goes here for him as they get ready to take the snap.
Take 2.
It's good. So there you go. 10-0 is your score right now. Oak Ridge on top of this one, on top of Halls. There you go, 10-0 with about 2:50 to go until they all head to the locker room. So 10-0. Maybe in years past you would have thought, man, this will be a blowout, but not the case now. It goes to show also how far Halls has come. All right, yes. Alcoa Highway marching down the field again. This game tied up 7-7 against Maryville. Looks like they may have blown the whistle here before the snap, but again, Alcoa is driving.
Alcoa Highway.
Did I just say Alcoa Highway?
Oh, yes, your famous line from last year.
I did that last year. That was the game against Anderson County. I kept calling him Alcoa Highway. Well, if you
I thought you were going to turn it into a pun.
I should. Well, as fast as they move, you feel like you're on Alcoa Highway sometimes offensively. That is for sure.
There you go. So this rivalry has been played since 1927. They took a year off which is why we're on the 98th edition. I believe it was during World War II that there was a year that they did not play. Maryville has dominated the rivalry historically, but in recent years, it's really gone back and forth. In the last decade, 6 wins for Maryville, 4 wins for Alcoa, 2 of those in the last 2 years for the Tornadoes, and no game in the last 10 years has been separated by more than 2 touchdowns.
I was going to say, these have been tight
Yes.
games. Last year was just, what was it, a touchdown last
Yeah.
year? Yeah, 28-21.
Yeah, in the last 3 years, I mean, they've only been separated by 7 or less.
Well, right now it is 7-7, so no
separation.
at all.
No separation there.
Alcoa Highway bringing a huge contingent with them there, as you can see across. Did I call them Alcoa Highway again? Yes. Alcoa. I'm just going to call them Alcoa. The Tornadoes. I don't know why I keep saying that. All right, here we go. Manu back in the shotgun formation for you right now. Let's see what he can do, what he can work up here in this one.
Year 2 for him.
He goes quickly.
Starting
Nice
quarterback.
toss there. The completion down about the 5, maybe the 4. We'll see where they spot this one.
And that defense for Maryville wasn't going to let him get any extra there. Looks like he's short of
Yeah,
maybe?
right about the 4-yard line. Looks like it's going to be close. From this angle, it's hard to tell.
Yeah.
Regardless, it doesn't matter
mean,
what
they're gonna
gonna
go, yeah.
Well, they got the big one up there. So first down, Alcoa from about the 4-yard line.
Alcoa, 54-4 since head coach Brian Nix took over in 2022. 4 losses in
Crazy.
4 seasons.
I mean, that's just a testament to his coaching abilities.
Yeah.
The kind of student athletes they have there, really amazing. This time straight up the middle, and then he bounces it outside. And did he get inside the cone? I think he may have. Well, I don't know. No hugs.
No hugs. It's the sign of no touchdown.
Yeah.
No hugs. Hugs gotta wait.
So not yet. Hugs gotta wait. So that's Micah Jones again on the carry. We've seen him. Well, I don't know. The kicker's out there. Are they just not? They've scored so many touchdowns in their career that because it looks like the kicker is getting set. They mark it at the 2, and yeah. So I guess he did get in. We'll get a shot of the scoreboard here in just a
I would have thought
second.
there would have been more of a celebration. Maybe they didn't quite realize that he snuck it in the corner there.
Well, there's the kick, and it is good. Let's see if we get a shot of the scoreboard here. Levi Yanez Cato on the extra point. At least we think that was the extra point. Yeah, 14-7. So there you go. So Alcoa takes the lead. Micah Jones on the run, kind of bounced it out to the far side, just got in the pylon. And again, Maryville now going to have to put something together and come back downfield and tie this one up.
And that's a packed crowd. Lot of red. You can tell it's a home game. Now, even though it's a home game, Alcoa's actually fared better in these games in Rebels territory.
Really? In Maryville?
Not historically, so to speak, but over the last few years. I mean, last year was the first year that Alcoa had won in the rivalry at their home field in a decade. They had found a lot more success over in Maryville.
So there you see Alcoa on the far side there and their fans. Hey, let's check in with what's happening with Bearden. Bearden taking on West. 7-0 last time we checked on this game. West was up 7-0. This is just a highlight, happened just a few moments ago. Let's see if we can take a look at it here. Let's see. Not sure who has the ball. You're going to learn as soon as we do. But West took the ball downfield, punched it in, made it 7-0. Bearden, though, having some moments, looking better than last season, that is for sure. They struggled, and that's putting it lightly last year. But they were going through a lot of transition as well. I say a new coach. It was an old coach who has come back to Bearden. So Brad Taylor, once again, at the helm. So you say it's his second season, but really he's been there longer than that.
Yeah, right? His second season in a second stint. He had a lot of success, Bo, in his first time that he was at Bearden from 2007 to 2013. 6 playoff appearances during that time for the Bulldogs.
So here's West. They go airborne with it. Jack Harrison, and it's caught just on the other side of the pylon there. Silas Monroe, on this, I guess I could say the goalpost was blocking our view, but Silas Monroe, nice catch and a good toss as well. 14-0 West. Harrison to Monroe on that one. West leading it 14-0 on the Bulldogs. All right, let's check in on Hardin Valley and Carnes. One of the many games we've been watching for you, Hardin Valley. This has been all Hardin Valley. Unless we just had a miss on the field goal there. So, okay, so 28-0. But again, they were looking for some more points. 28 zip though, Hardin Valley. A good first half for Hardin Valley, that is for sure.
A great start. I mean, before last season, when they went 5-5, Hardin Valley had a combined 8 wins in those previous 5 years. So from 2020 to 2024, just 8 wins for this team. And I mean, they couldn't be dominating any more than they are tonight. So looks like it's going to be another strong start to a 2026 season.
All right, and on that note, we're going to take another quick break. Stay with us. You're watching Friday Frenzy Live. We'll be right back.
The hits, the hype, the frenzy. WATE 6 is the home for high school football. The 6 Sports Friday Frenzy Player of the Week is sponsored by Glass Doctor. Vote for this week's player at WATE.com.
Cracked windshield? Weathered mirrors? Call the pros at Glass Doctor of Knoxville. Your locally owned glass experts for home, business, and auto. Offering custom mirrors, tabletops, shower door installation, foggy window replacement, and new window installs. From small fixes to major upgrades, their team brings dependable 5-star service every time. Get your free quote today at glassdoctor.com or call Glass Doctor of Knoxville now.
Call the Glass Doctor,
Moeast is
will
up.
fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
Always wish Chucky did.
The whole company's going. Let's roll.
We're never going to make it.
To Super Bowl 61 and beyond.
Okay. We're also excited. East Tennessee, get ready. The road to football's biggest night ends here. Don't miss the unforgettable plays and championship dreams. We're ready for the big game, Super Bowl 61 on ESPN and WATE 6 ABC.
The hits, the hype, the frenzy. WATE 6 is the home for high school football. The 6 Sports Friday Frenzy Game of the Week is sponsored by Lincoln Memorial University. Friday Frenzy, Friday nights at 7:30. WATE 6 on your side is the official station of Orange and White Nation. No matter the season, 6 Sports is all about the Vols. Sam Granville, Sam Rothman, and Casey K are here for everything Tennessee. Keep it right here on your official station for Orange and White Nation.
Storm Team 6 weather forecasts are available on demand with our free WATE 6 Plus app for your smart TV. We're on every day with Knoxville's most accurate forecast. And it's another great way to stay on top of severe weather. Download it today.
Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. Highlights for you. Now, this is Northview taking on Carter. And Carter with the score. Don't be alarmed here. We understand this was a cramp that was suffered by the Carter player.
Brayson Grewley, quarterback. He's that new quarterback this year for Carter. Brody Sparks not being there anymore, as we've seen Brody Sparks doing some things for Oak Ridge tonight. So this is a sophomore quarterback, first-year starter over there for the Hornets. Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, last year Carter won that game, by the way, 57-19. Back to Oak Ridge right now, taking on Halls. Halls coming up big defensively with the sack.
Yeah, from a current Carter quarterback to a former Carter quarterback, now suiting up for the Wildcats here. Wasn't going anywhere on that one.
And that's a huge get for Oak Ridge to be able to bring him in or have him come to Oak Ridge, because you lost a great quarterback last year. Was it Stansberry last year? Was a
Blaine
quarterback?
Stansberry. Yeah, and he was starting quarterback for nearly his entire time that he was in high school.
So a good get for Oak Ridge. We're getting a quick update. 10-0. Oh, there you go. 2-1, just in time to go to the locker room. But good news for Oak Ridge.
At least for the first time.
But Oak Ridge is up 10-0, so they will definitely take that as they head into the locker room. Halls can't be disappointed with that, though. Just down 10-0 at the break. Back to the game that got a late start because of weather. Alcoa on top of Maryville, 14-7, 3:30 to go in the. I'm assuming we're in the second quarter. I didn't check the first or second, but Maryville is on the move once again.
Second quarter, yeah.
Second quarter, thank you. All right. Is that Sam Granville running the camera on that one? See, thank you, Sam. Good tackle by Alcoa. Maryville keeping it on the ground. On the carry that time, that was Corbin Breeden, a sophomore. So first time we've called somebody besides a senior. Corbin Breeden on the carry. So that brings up second down for Maryville. They're down 14-7. They'll take a field goal. I mean, they want 7, but they want something here before we go into the locker room that they can feel pretty good about. Close the gap, if not tie it up.
getting to open the season with Alcoa. Maryville head coach Kenny Cobble said that it just adds a little bit more excitement when it's that game to open up the season. Because if you're in this area, you're in the Alcoa area, you're in the Maryville area, you know about the game. It's one of the scores you always check, and they take a lot of pride in that at both schools.
Only game Maryville lost in the regular season. Of course, they lost in the postseason. They went 11-2 last year. Again, good pickup this time by, again, Corbin Breeden getting the call. So they'll be third down, we'll say about 2 yards.
Alcoa had one loss last year on their regular season schedule on their way to their 11th state title game, but that came to Anderson County.
Yeah, and that was a tough place to play last year up at Anderson County for anybody.
Yeah, at AC.
A good win for Powell last night. Speaking of Anderson County, good win for Powell.
A lot of scoring on both sides for them, so both of them certainly have their offenses in check for the season.
All right, so Will Jones barking some instructions there to his line, making sure everybody's where they need to be, get somebody in motion, takes the snap, hands it off again. They'll keep it on the ground, and Alcoa was waiting for that one. Did he get the 2 yards, though? I'm not so sure. We'll have to see, but a great tackle for Alcoa, and it was Jace Boyd, senior, 240 pounds, 6'5".
Do you think this is the best rivalry in East Tennessee, in Tennessee, state of Tennessee, Bo? What do you think?
I think when you look at the two communities, just don't even factor in the two programs are amazing. But then look at the stands.
Yeah.
You know,
the turnout.
It's gotta be at the top. And it's always amazing. It's like one of the first games every year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what head coach Kenny Koppel said. It's the fact that these communities are so invested and that historically these teams have been so dominant has made the rivalry what it is for 98 years now.
On the ground again. Getting closer to the end zone. Carry this time, number 27, Dax Cole.
Knocking a few yards off at a time.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say this one, I mean, you know, because of, like you said, the success of the two programs. But the great thing is we've got some great rivalries. Mo West, Mo East, Bearden, Farragut.
Red River.
Let's say Loudon, Lenore City.
River
right?
rivalry. Yeah,
is a great one. And I know we're leaving some out.
Battle of Broadway.
Battle of Broadway, that is for sure. But so many good matchups, great games. So.
Battle of Emery Road, Halls Bow, that's always a good one.
Even though it's been a little lopsided as of late, but Clinton-Anderson County, that area always gets up for that game as well.
Yeah. I mean, even AC Powell has a hidden past. They're not in the same division, not even, I guess they're a little bit close by.
And then Powell Halls, I mean, that's your Emery Road matchup, as you were mentioning. So. And, you know, West figures in there, too. Hardin Valley also, that whole West Knox group with Bearden, Farragut, West,
Hardin Valley Carnes is a pretty big
right.
game. I mean, they're only separated by about 10 minutes.
Yeah, the key is all these kids grew up together. They all know one another, and that's what just adds to it as well. But really, for this one specifically, because the schools are so close together, adds to it as well as far as distance. So let's see if Maryville can get it in here. Time is running. We're getting close to the end of the first half. 45 seconds to go.
We've been talking about this rivalry. I asked Coach when the first time was that he heard about it as someone who grew up in the East Tennessee area. He grew up in Morristown. That's Maryville's head coach that I'm talking about, Kenny Cobble. He said that he first learned about it when he was in high school, but didn't quite know the significance of, you know, the community's love and, dare I say, hatred of one another until he was more in the area. But I mean, Maryville's a program that he said he's looked at since he was, you know, becoming a coach, a place he wanted to be, and couldn't be more thrilled to be with the Rebels this year, leading them.
Will Jones takes the snap. Will he keep it? He scored last time when he hung on to it. He went around the right side last time, and does he get in? No. Good job by Alcoa. Good pursuit.
Looks like he's probably about 5 yards.
Yeah, couldn't quite get around the corner, though. He may have picked up the first down, and that's really what he was eyeing there. So they're going to get 4 more downs. So no chance for a first down now, but they don't have a whole lot of time either. 37 seconds to go here in the first quarter, or second quarter.
Like you said, beginning of our show, they got going a little bit late due to weather, so that's why they're wrapping up that first half a little bit later than some of the other games that we've seen.
It was amazing watching behind Sam Granville today at 6, and the stands just empty. And you see how many people are there.
Yeah, where'd they all go?
Right. Yeah, I don't know. And then all of a sudden they get the all clear, and boom, everybody's right back where they need to be.
I guess that's good if you didn't have a good seat, right?
I don't know. Do you leave your cushion?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of people.
I mean, that is.
All
They
crowded
are-
around. Wow.
I mean, just, you know, we've seen these two play each other on ESPN. I remember it was a Saturday when they aired this game. It was a great turnout there. And the other thing, too, about this is when you look at the rivalry, they're not in the same classification.
No.
You know, it's not even like this is a conference or a district matchup.
No, just purely
It's
a
just
rivalry of
location.
Yeah. 2025 and 2024, Alcoa won. 2023 was the last time Maryville won, and they won courtesy of a field goal at the buzzer, which was Koppel's favorite memory of this rivalry from the last 10 years. Of course it was.
Of course
Maryville
it was.
won.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, he'll
In
take it any way he can get
amazing
it.
fashion.
All right, so from about 4 or 5 yards out right now, it's first down for Maryville. 37 seconds to go until halftime. Jones is going to line up here under center. He's not going to be in the shotgun this time. Let's see if he just runs it straight up the middle. Is it a quarterback keep? Can't tell with all the bodies.
It's going
Regardless,
backwards,
yeah, it's
though.
not going in the right direction.
It's not going in the direction that Maryville wanted it to go. We can tell you that.
And again, that goes back to, we talk so much about Alcoa's firepower on offense. We don't talk a lot about what they do defensively. And defense wins you championships, right? That's the old saying. And there's just proof right there, Alcoa, just how good they are on both sides of the football.
Yeah, Alcoa has a guy who transferred in from William Blount. He's a Bowling Green football commit, Jace Boyd. He's expected to help the defense this year for Alcoa. I believe that he is number, let me consult with my roster here. He's number 8. Looks like he plays tight end as well.
Yeah, and he came with a big tackle here just a few moments ago, yeah. So he's,
Yeah.
he's the Bowling Green commit. Okay.
Bowling Green commit. He's from William Blount. Came in this year for Alcoa. That was the guy that they're kind of pointing to kind of lead their defense. I guess the last big guy that we would have seen really dominate on Alcoa's defense consistently was the Michigan commit, number 44, Eli Owens. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Eli
Yep.
Owens.
Yep. Wait, there's a. I mean, you're looking at some of these guys, and there you get a good look at him.
Oh, there he is,
right
number
there,
8.
Jace Boyd. I mean, he's a big guy, 6'5", 240. Plays defensive line and tight end for Alcoa. Hard to miss, and that's
Hard to
not and
miss.
that's not a negative comment. I mean, that is he looks like a football player.
You have to think some of these guys come into Alcoa to chase some championships. They're going to try to get to their 12th straight this year.
And that was the other thing, too. You know, last year they made the move up in classification. They continued their
Didn't matter.
their winning ways. It didn't. Yeah, they just rolled right through everyone.
Yeah, you know, actually, Bo, now that you mention that, in the last 7 years, the closest team has come to beating Alcoa in the state championship. You want to guess how many points
Oh, boy.
a team has come within beating them?
21.
19.
Oh, okay.
So you're close. You're right there.
Close.
Yeah, last 7 years, no one's gotten closer than 19 points in the state title game. 2018, someone got within 7 points, but since then, we've got 35-point win, 27-point win, 31-point win, 20-point win. It's crazy.
That is crazy. I mean, that is just domination. All right, another timeout, it looks like. As like I said, we're just under 40 seconds, 30 seconds, something like that to go here in the half. Thanks, Sam. Sam's listening. 29 and a half seconds. There you go. Thanks, buddy. Giving us a good look there of what we're looking at right now.
That was the longest second I've ever seen in a football game.
Hey, while we're waiting for this, let's go to Clinton and Heritage. We've got some highlights for you from this one. This was interesting. This game right out of the gate, I mean, it was going back and forth. We had the big kick return to start the game by Clinton. Here's Heritage, though, with the football going deep and
Wow.
nice pass.
Right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, super job there for Heritage. This game here, let's see, I can't tell the scoreboard. Yeah, that made it 14-13. If the extra point was good, that would have tied the game up. So good
I
play
love
there.
the energy. Wow.
I do too. All right, so here comes, though. So don't get too excited because back comes Clinton. I'm not sure if anybody's playing defense in this game, but good run there by Clinton to pop it into the end zone there to break that 14-14 tie. That was Mason Eckerson, the quarterback. And then here's more Heritage for you. This time with the handoff, going to run right at you. And again, things looking really good here for Heritage. Look at this long run. Does he get in? You bet he gets in, and that ties it back up at 21 apiece. Let's go back to Alcoa and Maryville. Here's Maryville with the pass. It looks like it was tipped. And we got a flag. Do we have pass interference? We'll have to wait and see. Came from that judge and that back judge there, so let's see what happens.
They only have 30 seconds on the clock, but I mean, we're using all of it.
Yeah, they are, and this is why there's such a great rivalry. You're gonna make
30 seconds be 20 minutes.
Right.
Yes.
So it looks like it is against Alcoa. So they'll march it. There you go. I mean, he's not going to go far.
Yeah.
14-7, 25
can tie this
seconds.
one up at the half.
Yeah, 25 seconds. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Especially
being
right
only
there.
a few yards out.
Right. Second down.
And this is the first game of the year where Maryville, once again, is going to try to fight their way back into that championship pedigree that they had back 2019.
Yeah.
Those years.
I mean,
They've been looking to get back.
You go there
this
and
year's
just
no different.
look at the list of championship titles. It's down at the far end, at least it used to be, down there where the bushes are, those trees are. Just impressive. All right, let's see what happens here. Will Jones takes it. He's going to throw it right at us.
Right at us.
Almost Sam Granville almost caught that one.
Really right to Sam, yes. Sam's not on the team, Will Jones. Let's get it together.
Intended that time for Colton Faust, senior wide receiver, 5'10", 185.
Another guy that Maryville was really excited about on their offense this year. Target for Jones.
Brings up third down, 20 seconds, 20.8. Let's get in every little bit we can. So third down. Was it third down or did they get the first down, I guess, off the, is it second down? I didn't see there when he flipped it back over. Third down.
Sam's
Thank you,
gonna zoom
Sam.
in for us. There we go.
That's the magic. So third down. I don't know. What do you do? I mean, they've tried both ways. They haven't been able to pop it in here.
I think you try for the run.
I'm gonna agree. I think so.
Maybe you try Jones sneaking it in.
He's going to
No,
throw
he's gonna throw.
far side. There you
Okay.
go. Well, the good thing they didn't listen to us because that's a touchdown from Maryville, and that should tie it up. Reese Gardner on the receiving end.
It looks like we're going to head into halftime as long as they can
let's
knock
not
in
jinx
this
it.
extra point.
Let's not jinx it. We were
They could go
bad
for
at that
two
last year.
as well.
Well, that's true.
They could do that.
And it wouldn't shock me in a game like this. Gardner, by the way, good target, 6'1", 220. Just a sophomore. There's the replay for you up on the Jumbotron, and there you can see 14-13 with 15 seconds, just under 16. They're just going to try to tie this one up. They bring the kicking squad on. Julian Melindy.
15 seconds, enough time for Alcoa to
Oh, my goodness, yes.
run something back. I've seen it happen.
Looks good, and it is. So Melindy puts it through the upright. That's going to tie it back up at 14. All right, let's check in with Sam Rothman. She's been out watching Oak Ridge and Halls. A 10-0 Oak Ridge lead. Sam, give us your thoughts on that first half.
Yeah, the first half, what a bang for week one. Oak Ridge ran out and ran onto Halls' sideline. Brent Hughes was not happy, let's just say. The police had to come out, arguing with the refs. He wanted a penalty. So it's week one, of course. Let's start it off with some little feistiness. There was a lot of flags on the field. Casey Bowe, we've seen that a lot, especially last season. But after that all got worked out, a lot of early flags from both teams. We saw a lot of unsportsmanlike conducts, maybe some holding penalties. But once they started to settle in, that's when you saw Oak Ridge have the advantage. You guys were talking about two new quarterbacks for both Halls and Oak Ridge. Blaine Stansberry led Oak Ridge. Amari Lethgo Halls, two new quarterbacks with Oak Ridge. Now has Brody Sparks from Carter, and Halls has a new quarterback, Lawrence Wilson. got to give the advantage to Brody Sparks, the old Carter quarterback. He's looked really good so far. Oak Ridge with that 10-0 lead. They made it into the red zone on every single drive. Didn't score on one of those drives. You guys saw it. It was for Malik Howard, intended pass, but it was picked off. So if right now it looks like Oak Ridge is in the driver's seat, but 10-0 lead, that's really nothing at halftime. I wouldn't be shocked if Halls, came back, pushed back, but it looks like right now Oak Ridge is in the driver's seat.
Would need to do to kind of get something on the board in this second half?
Yeah, they have to get past this Oak Ridge defense. We've talked about the offense, 10-0 lead, but the defense obviously putting up a 0 when they've needed to make the stop. They have made the stop. Now, the reason it's not a bigger lead, 10-0 for Oak Ridge, Jarrell Chandler, who is committed to Clemson. We'll see if he flips a little bit to Tennessee, but he's been really good on a defense, and that's why it's not 17-0, 20-0 right now. So Halls does have maybe the advantage a little bit on a defense. Jarrell Chandler has looked really good, but Oak Ridge has the advantage on offense, and so far that is the reason why Oak Ridge is on top. So Halls has to score, right? They've made it really difficult, the Oak Ridge defense. You have to score, so we'll see if they're able to do it, but so far Oak Ridge's defense, when they need the stop, they've gotten the stop, guys.
All right, Sam, thanks. Hey, we're here in Sweet Caroline, so get your phone out, start going back and forth, waving it in the crowd there, right? All right, we're going to let you relax for a moment. There you go.
I don't have my phone, but
I have mine.
There we go. We appreciate it,
Bring
Sam.
it to the studio.
All right, we'll check in with you later, Sam Rockford.
There we
go. There you go. There we go. We're back. Stay with us. We'll be back with more Friday Frenzy Live in just a moment. There's my phone.
Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. We've got a couple of highlights for you here at South Doyle. Austin East, Roadrunner territory. Looks like we've got South Doyle on the move right into the end zone. Number 2, Bo.
Yeah, Reed Reynolds on the receiving end there of a Cameron Rice toss. So again, or Camarion Rice toss. So 26-6 is the score. Oh,
and now it looks like we're over here at
Heritage.
Heritage.
Who scored? I mean, this game's been back and forth. I mean,
yeah.
Who would have thought this would have been like the high scoring one? So South Doyle's up 26-6 on Austin, as you saw a moment ago. And that's what we've been showing you earlier from the Clinton Heritage game, where that game, I'll get you a score on that one here in just a moment, but that one's been back, I think it was 21-21. West and Bearden, this one has been all West. We're in the second half now. West up 14-0 at the break. Looks like they're driving again. So West off to a pretty good start. Bearden still looking to put some points on the board.
You can tell it's the second half because we're at that time of year where, you have that 20-minute break and all of a sudden the sun's down.
It's gone. I know.
It's gone. And then it really feels like Friday night football. Not as drastic as a adjustment once you get later in the season, but a pretty sky.
It is
tonight
a pretty
with
sky.
those lights out there for sure.
Casey, I was looking at Bearden's schedule. I mean, they have West tonight, but they got Alcoa, Maryville, Science Hill, and a much improved Hardin Valley team.
Yeah, it's not the optimal start to the season to get a couple of easy wins under their belt after a disastrous year last year. But I mean, they're going to make the most of it. Down 14-0 here. It's not, out of reach at this point, but West scores here. Definitely a little bit harder of a chance. And they do.
Touchdown.
And they do.
Wow. How about that? I mean, they go deep, and I don't even know if the defensive back knew where he was, but that is Silas Monroe for West. We saw him score earlier.
Oh, flag.
Celebration, you're thinking maybe?
There's a flag. There was a flag.
Yeah, I saw that's what I'm wondering if you're thinking maybe.
Potentially celebration.
Yeah.
He did come running right at the camera. Not going to get a flag for that, but.
Let's see if it is against West. I have a feeling it's against West. They're talking to the Bearden coach, see what he wants to do.
Brad Taylor there.
So you want to march it off on the, the extra point or on the kickoff. So, regardless, I think the touchdown will stand.
And despite West not having, an optimal season last year, going 4-6, they still did earn their 15th playoff berth in a 16-year span. So, down year for them. It seemed that won the state title in back-to-back years in 22 and 23, but down but not out. Still a lot that they could build on this year. turn it around.
Yeah, and I think a good job, all things considered. There was a lot of off-field distractions last year for West. And just the fact that, like you mentioned, they were able to get to the postseason speaks highly of the coaching staff that they've got in place there now, and the students as well, the student athletes, because they had to focus regardless of what they felt, what they knew, whatever. They had to get out there and work as a team, and they got off to a rough start, but then they were able to put it all together.
We're hoping one of these days we get to see Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel's son out there. He's number 10.
Okay.
Jace Heupel, quarterback, sophomore, but I believe at least at the Jamboree he was injured.
Okay.
So I don't know if we'll see him soon, if we'll see him later this season, but maybe we'll see Heupel at a game.
Might.
These
Maybe on and
first
off.
few weeks would be ideal before the Tennessee balls kick off.
He might be lurking behind the trees over there or something. You know, he doesn't. You know, he probably wouldn't be able to watch. There'd be so many people around him, so he may be. I had a friend
He
who
built
was
a tree house out there. He's just gonna get in there.
You never know. That would work. I had a friend who was a meteorologist in my a previous station I worked at, and he wanted to see his son. He was very popular in the Baton Rouge area, and he wanted to see his son play. He would go and basically stand like in those woods like that and watch his son
Oh my
play.
goodness.
Yeah. So, all right, they've tried like 2 or 3 times to try to get this extra point. Most highly anticipated extra point of the season so far, and there you go. It's good. All right. So after
Even though
all
they
that,
pushed him back a little bit, and it's still going to be 21-0 West.
all right, so let's go check in with Sam Granville. We're at half now from the Maryville-Alcoa game, our game of the week brought to you by LMU. And so, Sam, get us started here. Your impressions on this one's been back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely. 14-14, that's all you can ask for at the half. We're about 12 minutes until the second half gets underway. This is a game, like you guys talked about, that we thought might be delayed even more. About 40 minutes before kickoff, we had a storm come through, lightning in the area. Everybody who arrived 2 hours before kickoff, I'm telling you, the stands were half full, an hour and a half before any play was, even started. And then now the stands are full because the storm passed, everybody came back in. The game started about 17 minutes after the hour, and right off the bat, we see Maryville. They get the coin flip. They say, we want the ball. Doesn't look good for them because Alcoa's defense is all over the place. They immediately get a stop, force a punt. Alcoa marches right down the field and scores, and that's when everybody, I think, is going, man, is this a year where Alcoa really puts their foot on the pedal and doesn't look back? And then Maryville gets the ball back. They respond, march the ball down the field. They get their fourth score and to tie it up. Alcoa doing the same. And then Maryville, as we saw right before the half, Will Jones getting that nice pass in to complement his rushing touchdown. So far, so good. We're looking like this one could be another one that comes down to the final couple of possessions. Alcoa, I would have to give the edge on defense so far, but as we've seen, both teams, when their backs are against the wall, have the ability to score. So looks like this one might be another classic, the 98th Battle of Pistol Creek.
Sam, so I'm curious, when the stands cleared and everyone had to leave the stadium, 2-part question. 1, where did everyone go? And 2, was it chaos when they were trying to get back to their seats? That's my highly serious question for the night.
No, that's a great question, because as soon as it came over the PA system, we were live in the 6 o'clock show, came over the PA system, everybody needs to leave, go to their cars. The cops are looking around like, hey, how are we going to enforce this? We got a bunch of, fans who got here 2 hours before the game, don't want to give up their seats. Of course, the fans, they did comply. Some of them were able to huddle up underneath the bleachers behind me. Some found, any sort of cover they could, or if you were like me, you just let the rain topple on top of you. I just found a space to tuck away the camera. I let the rain come on down. We're still pretty wet out here, nice and humid, but it is so far, you can't ask for better football. This, when we say standing room only, literally to my right is just fans all the way to the gates entrance, shoulder to shoulder. So this is when people say, oh, that matchup is standing room only. This one is the definition of that, where we saw everybody circled around the gate. Nobody wants to move because they don't want to lose their spot, and for a good reason. This is one of those games where you don't want to miss a single play. We've seen some big hits. We've seen some big catches. Jameer Dean, the Georgia commit, seems to be the go-to receiver for Thomas Manu at running back, but going to be a good second half. I'm looking right now, we're about 9 minutes away from kickoff in the second half, but a lot of football left to play. This one could go either way.
Yeah, this is really going to be a toss-up. Sam, I got to ask you, because Casey brought this up earlier, is this the tightest sideline to try to get up and down on? We were talking about roominess for photographers, trying to run, but trying to get in position. How hard is this one for you?
Yeah, that's one thing about Maryville High School is, you know, whether it's Alcoa or any game, you're going to have about 40 people with cameras roaming the sidelines because you don't want to miss a moment. And then on top of that, the fans trying to find the way outside of the fence. This is certainly one where you find your spot, stay still, don't move once the play starts. But it's been a lot of fun, and so far, you know, like I said, you can't ask for much better football when you got a tie game. Two of the best teams in the country, 40 state championships between the two programs, Alcoa on their 11-year win streak. So we got a lot of football left to play. I do think Alcoa believes that they're the favorites and they should win this one. But Maryville having something to say about it. Will Jones, a senior, if he has his way, he's going to finish his senior year with a win and snap this 2-year losing streak.
40 straight championships between the two, Bo.
That's
That's
amazing.
crazy. Thank you so much, Sam.
Yeah, two good quarterbacks. Sam, should be fun. Go get some rest here.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy. Hey, let's go Hardin Valley right now, taking on Carnes. This has been all Hardin Valley. Carnes just looking to get something going. Carnes in their traditional blue and yellow. And the quick pass, I think it hit the ground. I don't think he was able to catch that one. But again, Carnes just looking for something to try to get downfield.
I do like those Carnes jerseys, now that you mention it, Bo.
Yeah.
Colorful.
Well, you don't see a lot of teams
Spark
with that
of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, biggest strengths for Carnes this year from head coach Lee Warren. When I talked to him earlier in the week, he simply said their competitive spirit. And he feels like this team has really risen the bar as to what they're going to hold themselves to this season. So that's kind of what he's seeing in the preseason, the offseason that stood out about the Beavers.
Well, it's early, right? And you are playing a much improved Hardin Valley squad. Carnes forced to punt here, so they're kicking it away. That was Ryan Irwin on the kick. Let's see what Hardin Valley can do off the return. Good coverage this time by the Beavers. So Hardin Valley will take it over there about midfield. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Friday Frenzy Live. A lot more action as we're getting underway. The second halves of a lot of games right now, just now getting underway. We'll be back with more action in a moment. All right, welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. Let's head back out to Hardin Valley taking on Carnes tonight. And there you go, 35-0 Hardin Valley, putting 7 more on the board. So again, things looking really good tonight for the Hawks.
I would have to go back and check to see the last time Hardin Valley shut someone out.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we'll have that for you next time we come back to this game because now I'm curious because I mean they are on a roll and they're not stopping. I mean the last time that Hardin Valley made it to the postseason was 2018. I got that number for you, but
2018 for Hardin Valley.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep. They've been a few times right outside of it, just like last year. They were 5th. They just missed it in 6A Region 2. But yeah, 5-5 last year. Couldn't sneak in.
All right, let's go see if Bearden can get some points on the board. They trail West 21-0 in the third quarter right now. This game live out at Bearden High School. Looks like Bulldogs may be back on defense again. Let's see how they line up. It looks like West is on offense. Bearden's already set up in their defense. So 21-0 your score. West on top of Bearden. These two, as you mentioned, Casey, opened last season, but the game was never finished, really.
Yeah, it got called due to weather. I mean, a little anticlimactic. You know, you begin the game, then you don't even get a score on the board. It was called as a no contest, didn't count for or against either team. That's why Bearden went 0-9, didn't get 10 full games in. Oh, intercepted.
So
Number
great
4.
pressure that time by the Bulldog defense. Had West quarterback Jack Harrison on the run. And then they come up with a huge play. The question is, can they turn this into something now?
Yeah, Bearden, that was number 4, Bode Flomberg. It's a nice name, too.
A junior, 6'2", 195. Plays linebacker and fullback for the Bulldogs. So this is where you get your track shoes on, right? As a photographer, because now you're all the way down at the other end. You got to move, right? Exactly, and that's what you're watching right now.
You got to weave through everyone
this
as
is one of
well.
those things we show you. Yeah, you've got the pep squad on one side. You've got the tent coming up here. You're going to have to get around. The team's on the right. You have the bench there. Walking down all the wires from different broadcasts or what have you, all the different the comms for the coaches, and again here Bearden keeping it on the ground and maybe pick up a few yards on the carry there. So nice job by I don't know who's running the camera for that one. Dave Wignall, good hustle down there, Dave. One of the hardest working guys here at WATE. Paxton Parrott, the senior, by the way, on the carry. So Dave is in position. Good
looks
hustle,
like we
my
might
friend.
have an injury here, Bo.
Yeah, so it looks like that's going to stop play. They're going to check on the player there. But Bearden with the football. We'll come back and check on that one. Can the Dogs get on the board? We'll let you know here in just a
Position
moment.
for them to do so right there.
Alcoa Maryville, this one 14-14. And
what a lovely shot.
I'll tell you, it's kind of a silhouette-esque, kind of a, I'm not sure, is that Sam's shadow?
I think it's Sam's shadow.
Okay, oh, now we're back at Halls. All right, Halls Oak Ridge, all right.
Something else you got to dodge on the sideline, Bo, is the spit from the high school football players.
That's one of my favorite moments there. All right, Brody Sparks, can he work some magic here? Halls up 10-0. I mean, I should say Oak Ridge up 10-0. Good job there by the Halls defense there on the tackle. Oh, 10-7. So while we've been away, Halls has scored to pull within 3. So 10-7 in the third. Thank you, Sam Rothman.
Got ourselves a nice little ball game here.
Yeah, so Halls must have come out there early here in the second half. They get the touchdown, get a little momentum. Now can they just keep Oak Ridge from moving downfield? Let's see what they can do here. Good job this pass play you just saw a moment ago. Brody Sparks really had nowhere to go. Just had to hang on to the football. So let's see what happens. He's in the shotgun. This is the former Carter quarterback. Always been fun to watch, but they keep it on the ground this time.
You might have heard us talking about how some of these players are at new schools this year. Tennessee TSSAA just passed a new law this year for these players. So basically they are allowed to transfer one time as long as it happens before the school year over the summer. They're able to transfer one time without moving address, whether it's for a new start, for a team, for academic reasons. It's that second time if they were to transfer that they would have to prove address. So that's why we're seeing so many people in different locations.
Here's Bearden still trying to get into the end zone. West doing a nice job on the pursuit there. Paxton Parrott again on the carry.
Might recognize that last name, younger brother of Drew Parrott, who graduated a few years back from Bearden. I believe he graduated not last year, but the year before, so that would have been a 2025 graduate.
And we've seen that before with a lot of these schools, especially schools like Bearden, Farragut, some of those, the little brother played, the big brother played, little brother, the family's still there. It's just kind of become a family tradition.
He looks pretty identical to his older brother, too. Definitely can tell that they are related.
All right, so from about 5 yards out, Parrott takes a snap. He's going to keep it, this time going right up the middle. West again doing a nice job plugging that hole. Probably picked up about 2, maybe we'll give him 3, down to about the 2-yard line.
I believe that Drew Parrott also wore the number 5, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, wow.
So I believe that carrying on the same number.
It was like Marshall Manning last night wearing a 16, Go figure.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah.
Wonder where we got that one from, right, Bo?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that your football number?
My football number? No. My football number was 80. It was 80. Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy? All right, here we go. I'll have to pull out a picture. It's a good black and white. That gives you an idea how long ago it was. Paxton Parrott again out of the shotgun, takes it right up the middle there. He finds the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs.
All right. Bearden on the board.
So can the Dogs put together a big second half? That makes it 21-6. They'll try to get the extra point here in just a second.
So Bearden has the touchdown in the 2026 season. For now, that's a win.
Wow. All right.
Listen, I have faith in them, but
okay.
it was not looking good in the first half.
No,
I'm saying that's a win that they were able to get it
on
on the board.
Yeah, we got a ball game now. Otherwise, we were kind of like, oh, blocked.
Oh.
The extra point. That's the first we've seen this season, at least on Friday Frenzy Live, our first blocked extra point. So it's going to stay 21-6 in the third.
Bearden
That
talked
takes a little
about
air out of the celebration.
Yeah, it definitely does. It's like a straight run into a wall.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. But they
Shock to
are
the
on the
system.
board. Yeah. So 21-6 there. Let's go back to Alcoa at Maryville. We are now in the third quarter. They're just now getting underway. This game all tied at 14. And literally underway. 12 minutes. There you go. Not a blip on the clock has run off yet.
and we got 24 minutes of good old-fashioned rivalry football to be played over in Maryville tonight.
So Alcoa gets the ball, so they'll try to do what they've been doing, and that is just staying out in front if they can, go down, score, and keep Maryville trying to have to play comeback. Maryville's going to have to come up with a stop here at some point.
What decade do you think was the winningest, Bo, for Maryville in this rivalry? From the 30s, 1930s, when you were born.
Okay. You mentioned the black and white picture. There's all those state championships we were talking about earlier from Maryville.
Oh, he might be giving you a hint. He might be giving you a hint.
They don't have the scores up there.
No, they don't have the scores, but you can see what years they were good.
Yeah, well, every year.
Well, the answer to that, Bo, was
73.
Okay, we'll take it. In the 70s into the 80s were the winningest decade for Maryville in this rivalry. It was about a 15-year span of straight wins.
I got it. Well, I was kind of there. All right.
Well, Sam Granville was trying to help you out, but
He was. I appreciate
you weren't
you,
picking
Sam.
up on it.
I know. Well, I'd be a horrible
They were pretty good
spy.
in the 2000s, the early aughts too, which is where you saw a lot of those championship banners hanging there. We're also from that range as well.
All right, Thomas Manu on the completion that time to Jameer Dean. You heard Sam talking about Dean when we checked in with him at halftime. They go to him a lot, and that's someone that Manu likes to get something clicking with during the game, and they had a great completion there to pick up a big gain.
Yeah, Koa has a nice unit of wide receivers for Manu to have as targets. And we haven't seen him as much tonight, but we did see him once. Micah Jones, I mean, he was huge for Alcoa last year. Now he's a senior.
And another senior, Damari DeBose, just on the carry there, number 3, a senior, 5'9", 145 pounds. Like we said, so many seniors on. Was there 18?
Yeah.
Is that what you said on this Alcoa team?
That was on Hardin Valley,
Hardin
but
Valley
honestly,
team,
if I count these up, it probably isn't
Can't be that too far. Right. There are a lot of seniors on this team. So we've seen them go to the air. They kept it on the ground. Let's see what they decide to do this time. Is again, Maryville trying to come up with something where they can stop this Alcoa offense. Fake the handoff, quick pass far side. Good coverage this time by Maryville. That one really went nowhere for Alcoa.
Well, you must be psychic, Bo, because it is actually 18 seniors
Wow,
listed on
look at
Alcoa's
that.
roster as well. So we talked about it earlier for Hardin Valley, but also turns out that Alcoa, at least on the rosters that we have, from head coach Brian Nix himself, also says that Alcoa has 18 seniors, which is a lot. It is a lot.
Well, this is a big play coming up. Third down for Alcoa. Ty McClanahan, the senior linebacker on the tackle, coming up with a big play there for Maryville. All right, so third down Alcoa. This could be, as we mentioned, a big stop here for Maryville. Opening drive, second half for the Tornadoes. Manu out of the shotgun. They're definitely going to go to the air with this one. There's the pass, and it is a completion, so a huge catch and a big gain. Alcoa again coming up big when they need to. Aaron Heatherly on the receiving end. No shock, another senior, 6'4", 225 tight end.
They've made their way down the field fairly quick, not wasting time to try to get something done here.
So Maryville had them there, I don't want to say on the ropes, but they had them where they wanted them. And but a good job there by Alcoa. Manu coming up big there on the pass to Heatherly. So let's see what they do on first down. They're in Maryville territory. Game tied at 14, third quarter. This time they're going to keep it on the ground. A handoff again to DeBose. Maryville, nice job there, plugging up that hole.
So we talked about Thomas Manu and his ability last year, a little over 3,000 yards. He actually ended up throwing as many incompletions as he did touchdowns, which 45 incompletions for the whole year is not a whole lot. It's a whole lot of touchdowns,
Wow.
though. So that kind of gives you an idea of just how efficient he was.
3 minutes have already ticked off the clock on this drive. Do we know who's looking at this young man? Manu? Any idea?
As like for his next
Yeah,
steps,
for the next
college?
steps?
Not sure
was
yet.
gonna say, it's
I
been
don't
kinda
know if we've
quiet.
heard much.
We haven't
Yeah.
seen a lot, yeah. All right, Manu taking the snap. This time he decides to keep it right up the middle.
Okay.
Almost eluded a tackle there in the backfield.
Well, he wanted to get up and keep going.
I'll tell you, he's a tough kid. And he can play both sides of the ball. We've seen him last year. We saw him a couple times on the defensive side.
Yeah,
as well, come with some
that's
big
actually
plays.
where he started starting for Alcoa. When Eli Graff was starting quarterback for Manu his first 2 years at Alcoa, he started every game at safety.
Wow.
So even though he was new at starting quarterback last year, he still had that experience under his belt starting on the defensive side of the ball, which is something that head coach Bryant Nix thought was really going to help him last year. And I mean, 3,099 yards later, plus whatever he has tonight, I think it,
Just keep adding to the figure total. All right, first down, Alcoa after that run up the middle by Manu.
Someone's excited.
Yeah, they sure are. Manu back to pass this time. Definitely. Oh, he's going to keep it again. He's got some room. Nice hole coming straight
He's
at
quick.
us. Coming in, Sam. Be careful out there as he's tiptoeing around. Oh! Took somebody out. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Hopefully they're okay. First down for Alcoa. Big run. Sam, nice job backing up there. Hopefully the person down that they ran into is all right. They took quite the fall.
Glad it wasn't you. How's the guy doing? Is he okay? The one they took out? Maybe a thumbs up, thumbs down, maybe a...
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he's standing. Okay. Be something. He'll feel that one tomorrow though.
Yeah. I mean, he went right down.
All
A
right,
little
straight
punch
up,
through the
straight
middle.
up the middle. Nice job. A lot of arm tackling by Maryville on that one. No one was really able to wrap up, and another big gain for Alcoa straight up the middle on the carry. But yeah, Twinkle Toes Granville there. Nice job. I mean,
No one's
really.
going to take him down.
No.
Might as well call him Micah Jones from Alcoa.
All right, so when we...
Speaking of Micah Jones, actually,
there-
yes, nope, number 9, yeah, Micah Jones.
Here we go. Going far side with it, and that's going to be a touchdown. Alcoa, just like that, back in the lead. Make it 20-14. Micah Jones on the carry. When as a photographer, if you go to the back of the end zone, then you know someone's close to scoring, and Alcoa did not disappoint. So we'll see if they can make it a 21-14 game. At some point, do you just keep doing that thinking the defense is going to stop, or do you say, well, let's just go for 2, and let's just see if we can get it and put some real pressure on the opposition in a game like this?
I don't know. I think in a close game like
Play it
this,
safe.
they're just going to play it safe until they don't have to.
Right.
Until they don't have to.
Extra point is up. Man, that's good. So 21-14. Just like that, Alcoa marches down the field. Hey, Bearden, we understand, is driving again in this game against West. They trail 21-6. They scored after an interception. They took it in about 3 plays later. Here come the Bulldogs once again, down to about the 11-yard line. So again, 21-6, about 1:12 to go here in the third quarter. Can the Bulldogs pull this into within a touchdown as we get ready to head into the
I think
fourth?
if they get in the end zone here, we're in good shape for maybe them being able to tie it up. The only thing that worries me is the fact that they missed that extra point before, so you're looking at some sort of
You got to go for a 2 somewhere, right?
Yeah, or get down there enough to get a field goal if 2 doesn't work out for you. But we'll see what's going to happen here.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs on the move at home against West. Opening night, here's a stat I found. There's 162 games being played in Tennessee tonight. How about that?
That is kind of
Isn't that something?
crazy.
Isn't that crazy? This one goes nowhere. Bearden trying to keep it on the ground. West, nice job defensively there.
And of course, a few games got underway last night in our area. Anderson County versus Powell, and down in Chattanooga, Baylor versus
Brentwood. That was a nationally televised game over on ESPN, or ESPN2.
Featured DGG, Tennessee commit, barreling like no one's business down the field.
Yeah, he
you
was
haven't looked up the highlights, you
all over
should.
the internet today. Yeah, hard not to find it. But a lot of people talking about Manning as well.
Yes.
Getting in, first pass was a completion, 8 yards on a rollout, and actually had a few more completions in that game. So we had a timeout here. Someone wants to talk things over, as again, Bearden's driving. So both teams want to make sure they do something right. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. KCK, Bo Williams with you here. Friday Frenzy Live. We'll be right back in just a moment.
It's the hype, the frenzy. WATE 6 is the home for high school football. The 6 Sports Friday Frenzy Player of the Week is sponsored by Glass Doctor. Vote for this week's player at WATE.com.
Cracked windshield? Weathered mirrors? Call the pros at Glass Doctor of Knoxville, your locally owned glass experts for home, business, and auto. Offering custom mirrors, tabletops, shower door installation, foggy window replacement, and new window installs. From small fixes to major upgrades, their team brings dependable 5-star service every time. Get your free quote today at glassdoctor.com or call Glass Doctor of Knoxville now.
Call the Glass Doctor, will fix your pains. Oh, yeah.
The whole company's going. Let's roll.
We're never gonna make it!
To Super Bowl 61 and beyond.
We're also excited. East Tennessee, get ready. The road to football's biggest night ends here. Don't miss the unforgettable plays and championship dreams. We're ready for the big game, Super Bowl 61 on ESPN and WATE 6 ABC.
The hits, the hype, the frenzy. WATE 6 is the home for high school football. The 6 Sports Friday Frenzy Game of the Week is sponsored by Lincoln Memorial University. Friday Frenzy, Friday nights at 7:30. WATE 6 on your side is the official station of Orange and White Nation. No matter the season, 6 Sports is all about the Vols. Sam Granville, Sam Rothman, and KCK are here for everything Tennessee. Keep it right here on your official station for Orange and White Nation.
Storm Team 6 weather forecasts are available on demand with our free WATE 6 Plus app for your smart TV. We're on every day with Knoxville's most accurate forecast. And it's another great way to stay on top of severe weather. Download it today.
Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. I want to get you updated on what's going on right now. We're going to go back out to West and Bearden. Bulldogs driving, trying to, well, they switched it, so we're at the fourth quarter now. Bearden close to pulling within a touchdown or 8 points of this, or maybe it could be 7 because they go the extra point, 1 or 2. But Bearden is moving the ball. They're looking a whole lot better here in the second half. They were down 21-0, had an interception, went in and scored, missed the extra point. It was blocked by West, and now Bearden knocking on the door once again with the ball at about the 14-yard line.
Bearden's quarterback Aiden Thacker back for his second year at starting quarterback. Has a whole year of starting experience under his belt. Coach said he's been extremely consistent.
Kind of throws one up toward the end zone for grabs, but is not caught. Kind of lobbed that one up there.
Yeah, that looks like it was about to be an interception by the Rebels.
Almost like we're looking for a jump ball of some type on that play. But that'll bring up fourth down. So do you bring in the field goal kicker?
I don't think at this point. I think you gotta go. I think you got to go for it.
All right, that's what it looks like exactly what they're going to do. The play has been called in by KCK. And up come the Bulldogs.
Right to Brad Taylor, direct
right,
line.
I'm sure.
Speed dial.
All right, so let's see what Thacker and company can do here for the guys in the Bulldog maroon. Oh, whistle's blown. So I don't know if we got a timeout. I don't see any laundry on the field, but we'll check it out here for a moment. But it looks like we might have a, yeah, we got a timeout. Going to talk it over a little bit. Bulldogs want to make sure they get this one right, and I don't argue.
Blame them,
yep.
yeah. No, first game win could give them a lot of momentum that they did not have once last year. I mean, they didn't even get close to beating a team aside from Farragut. They got within 4 points at that final score, but other than that, the closest they came to any of their opponents in a final score was 2 touchdowns. So every other game lost by 14 points or more, aside from that one that was pretty close to Farragut.
But I'll tell you what, while we wait on this, we're going to head back over to that Maryville-Alcoa game. Good crowd there, by the way, at Bearden tonight. Let's go back out. This is the game of the week brought to you by LMU. Maryville taking on Alcoa. Alcoa up 21-14, but Maryville trying to claw their way back downfield. And was that Will Jones on the carry?
Will Jones, yeah. Flag on the play. Behind all those feet. Little grimace of yellow.
That's right. So let's see who the call is on here. Maryville all night has been coming from behind in this game. We'll let you know what happens. Face mask against Alcoa. You saw the call. Let's go back to Bearden now. Can they get it done here on 4th down against West? There's Thacker with the toss. And it's incomplete. Looks like he overthrew his intended receiver.
Almost had another one there that kind of got in front, but still coming down with no one.
So a big stop for West as Bearden was driving. But Bearden's got some momentum. They can create something here. If they can either get West to punt it away, come up with a turnover here deep in that territory, they could still be in this one. All right, we got to take another quick break. You're watching Friday Frenzy Live. Keep it tuned right here. We got more action for you in just a moment. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. You're looking in right now on Oak Ridge and Halls. Casey, some big developments in this game.
Yeah, you're going to see that Oak Ridge has number 18 out there, quarterback. That's Kipton Fegan. That's because Brody Sparks went down just a little bit ago. He left the game injured. He was on the sideline getting treatment. He couldn't walk on the sideline, and he was very distraught, as our Sam Rothman tells us, but he was trying to get a little bit of walking. And we also saw Jarrell Chandler on Halls go down, but he's back. You can see him right there, number 3, right on the screen there. Clemson commit. So a couple of big injuries to big players. Sparks still out. Chandler able to get back in the game, Bo.
Yeah, Clemson happy to see him back in there, that's for sure. Fegan, by the way, nice little pickup there for the junior quarterback. 6'2", 170 pounds, but a good run there to keep the ball moving upfield for Oak Ridge. So we'll see what the junior backup can do here.
Yeah, not much of a lead for him to work with, but, and you know, we haven't seen a quarterback get much work on Oak Ridge aside from Blaine Stansberry over the last few years before Brody, so.
Well, Fegan's got some moves, though. Yeah, I tell you, he's got some speed. Ooh. He had nowhere to go. Nice job reversing the side of the field, and a nice little pickup there. Wildcats up by a field goal right now, 10-7, but the junior, again, trying to make something happen.
Trying to get him down the field, maybe try to get him another touchdown, get a little bit more of a sizable lead in this one. So Sparks wanted to come over to Oak Ridge, quarterback that we were just talking about that's on the sidelines right now. He wanted to come over to Oak Ridge to compete for a championship.
Well, let's hope he's okay.
Thought that the Wildcats would be able to do that this season.
Let's hope he's definitely okay. Still early, just game 1, so let's hopefully he can get better and get back out on the field here at some point. But Fegan with a completion, his first pass of the game, and again a completion there, so a good pickup as he finds Nehemiah Adams, junior wideout. All right, let's check in on Hardin Valley and Carnes tonight. This one has been all Hardin Valley. This game now over. You can see the teams there taking a knee. Hardin Valley off to a 1-0 start. 49-0 is your final tonight. Hardin Valley, a big win for the Hawks, as again they're expecting some big things this season over there.
I did look it up. They did shut out a team last year in week 2. I believe it was 35-0. So it hasn't been too long since they shut out a team, but who doesn't like to allow no points in a season opener?
There you go. Yeah, that's a good taste.
Big win for them today.
Yeah. So again, congratulations to the Hawks. Carnes, they got some work to do, but hey, it's only week 1, right? All right, let's go back out to Alcoa Maryville. This is the LMU game of the week. 21-14, last time we checked in. Maryville still with the football, still playing from behind as they have been throughout this game. 21-14, trying to even it up. Just over 3.5 minutes left to go here in the third. This game got started late, so that's why it's running behind some of the other ones. So again, Maryville with the football, Will Jones, the snap, the quick pass, and
not going far.
Yeah, ref was in the way there, but looks like they picked up a few yards on the play there. I'm not sure if Ethan Farhat was the intended receiver or was the receiver on that, number 7. But you can see as Sam kind of repositions here, they're working their way deeper into Alcoa territory as he is set up now behind the end zone. Again, that's always a sure sign. So there you go, 4th down. Okay, thanks, Sam. So 4th down and about 2. Alcoa fans are jumping up and down, trying to make as much noise as they can. Big play here for Will Jones and the crew to try to keep this drive alive. Tries to get him to jump off sides, no can do. Now he's going to take the snap. They keep it on the ground. Alcoa with some deep penetration, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Alcoa defense getting it done.
Getting it done.
Jamarius
getting the ball back.
Abahanya, a senior, 6'2", 175, coming up with the big play there. Just one of many Alcoa players on that one. Stay with us. We'll be right back. We'll head back out to our game of the week and others when we return. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. Heading back out to our LMU game of the week. Alcoa taking on Maryville. Alcoa just picked up a huge first down. We have a Maryville player there down, maybe cramping up a little bit. Looks like they're stretching that calf. Here's something to think about. Last year's game, 14-14 at the half.
I thought it was tied at the half.
After the end of the third quarter, it was 21-14 Alcoa. If this
Wow.
quarter ends where it is now, we could be set for, could we see a replay? Both teams scored in the fourth quarter of this game last year, and Alcoa won at 28-21.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Really similar to how it's going.
Last year, Alcoa was up 7-0 in the first. This time it was Maryville that was up 7-0 in the first. So we'll see.
But still 7-0 at the end of a
Yeah.
quarter, so we'll see. Now I'm kind of hoping that nothing happens this quarter, Bo.
That's right.
I wanted to
we want to stay like
on
that.
track, and it's running down.
And there you go.
Oh!
Never been more excited to see time run down in the third quarter. All right, there we go. Yeah, all right. You got to be kidding me. Well, I don't know. They're walking.
Okay, yeah.
They're
and then
walking.
Maryville's doing their
yeah.
between third and fourth quarter.
This is where everything turns red. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so yes.
All right, so 21-14 is 21-14, exactly where we were last year in this rivalry game. Alcoa up on Maryville. Can Alcoa pull off the win again this year, or since it was Maryville that was up 7-0 this time around in the first quarter, unlike last year, will Maryville be the one to come out on top? Casey's got her phone.
I've
with
got
the
my
light
phone.
on, joining in with all the festivities. Boy, look at that. That's a great scene for you out there at Maryville
I've
right
got the
now.
same rhythm down as them too.
What
yes.
did they do before cell phones?
You tell me.
Well, I don't know. Lighters, flashlights. We just waved our hands. I think that's about all we did. Well, first of all, we didn't have the capability to turn the lights different colors. So there we go. All right, let's go back to Oak Ridge and Halls as the teams finished their water break there between the quarters. But Oak Ridge and Halls, again, a lot in this game. A lot of drama in this one. We've had some key injuries in this one. Hopefully the kids are going to be okay. But right now, what was it, 10-7? I think it's still a 10-7 game.
Yes.
Yep, sure is. 10-7 Oak Ridge on top. 8:50. Is this the fourth quarter? Yeah, sure is.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Sam Rothman. 10-7. Boy, a tight game.
Low scoring.
Yeah.
Too.
And I would have thought this one had a little bit more punch to it as far as the scoreboard. I'm not saying it's not a good game, but as far as the offensive scoring, Oak Ridge talking things over there on the far sideline. We've seen the junior quarterback coming in and doing a pretty good job from what we saw the last time we checked in. We'll have to see how things are going right now for Oak Ridge. And can Halls take advantage of the fact that, Oak Ridge does not have their starting quarterback? But yeah, Kipton Fegan, fourth down coming up here, so a big play looks like coming up here for Oak Ridge.
Last year, Oak Ridge did win this game, a little bit higher scoring, 28-13. I believe it was played on a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
You hear the Halls crowd and the Oak Ridge fans getting behind their teams, and let's see what happens. Out of the shotgun. Is it a keeper? Oh, no.
Whoa.
I don't know if someone got a hold of it or did it slip out of his hands. But regardless, that'll be a turnover on down, so a huge play for Halls, and we got a Halls player down as well. So we'll check back on them. Hopefully it's okay. It looks like they're stretching out. A lot of cramping,
Yeah, it looks
maybe.
like a little bit cramping from the temps outside.
All right, so we do want to check back in what's happening in Blount County tonight. Alcoa and Maryville. Alcoa in the fourth now, up 21-14. This was the score where we were last year at this time. So, but Alcoa, can they take a 2-touchdown lead? Where is the football?
Look, I think it was with Manu. Yep.
Yeah, he hung on to it.
The ref kind of
you got to tell the refs
ruined that one for us, but it's
exactly,
okay.
That's all right.
Guess we'll let them stay.
They're doing a hard job, too. No complaints. Manu, yeah, as you mentioned there on the keeper, really had nowhere to go. Good pressure that time by the Maryville defensive front. And again, the crowd, nobody going anywhere on this one. This is a close game. That is for sure, 28-14. Get these two teams together. It's a tough one.
I just can't get over that crowd, Bo. I mean, it is packed to the brim. Like
it is packed.
Sam was saying. It sounded like everyone was pretty cordial getting back into the stands after they all had to leave due to the rain.
Keeper on the ground this time. They'll hand it off. Big hole, nice play, good tackle there, but Nice job. Is that Jace Boyd, number 8, or was that number 9?
I believe it was number 8.
Number 8, Jace Boyd on the carry, the senior for Alcoa. You know, we watched this Maryville team, and I immediately start thinking about George Quarles. He's back.
Yeah.
He kind of created this whole Maryville. Yeah. Last update I had on Webb was 14-14 against Upperman. But that was Quarles' debut, coming back to East Tennessee, coaching high school football, now over at Webb. But again, you know, you can't think Maryville football without thinking about Coach Quarles. That's
no,
for sure.
Absolutely not. And actually, Kenny Cobble played one season, coached one season under Quarles back in 2016. That would have been Quarles' last season at Maryville, and it was Cobble's first as an assistant. So it's the guy that he got his start at Maryville under. But yeah, Quarles, talked to him last December, who was super excited to be back at the right opportunity for him back at the high school level. Spent a few years coaching Austin P, a couple other
of those mid-majors. He was a Furman for a little bit as well.
Around,
ETSU.
I believe, yes. Yeah, so he's back at the high school level. He was excited to be back at Webb. And, yeah, Webb trying to turn it around after not a typical season for them.
Well, if anybody can
last
do
year.
it, that's the guy who can do it. So a good pickup for Webb. When it comes to head coaches, that is for sure. All right, so a rare penalty against Alcoa. We haven't seen a whole lot of flags in this game, as a matter of fact, as we've been watching. But here's Manu again out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it, though. Heads off of left tackle and sprints out of bounds. Gets knocked out of bounds a little, I don't know if they're going to call it another player down. Got other things going on. Didn't know if they were going to say maybe a late hit, but that was a little close. But no flags down, but we do have a player, looks like down, needing to stretch the calf again. So seeing that a lot right now, players going down, the heat, first game of the season, the excitement too, got to make sure everybody's hydrated going out there. I know we say it all the time, but it's something you definitely need to be doing if you're playing sports or even if you're just out at the park, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I just can't get over the fact that this one is the same score that we had last year at this time. And
halftime
I mean,
was the same?
imagine if it's the I don't know if that's happened in the history of them playing each other 2 years in a row. Same score. I would personally love to see it.
Well, 21-14. I mean, you know, this will be a big moment. If Alcoa can go up by 2 touchdowns, the way they've been playing, it will be tough for Maryville. Not saying they can't do it, but and good defense this time. Manu had nowhere to go. Great tackle that time by Maryville. Good pursuit by the defense. Big play coming up there for the Rebels. So the Maryville defense really starting to pick up here a little bit. Great job there. Julia Melindi with the tackle there, but a good job here. No, actually it's 51. 51, Quincy Prigmore, a junior, 6'2", 255. So there you go. Good job by the junior there on the pursuit and bringing down the Alcoa quarterback.
I was looking up one of the scores. We got word that Seymour was beating up on Gallenberg Pittman tonight.
We'll have to
like
keep a
they're
watch.
up by a good 20-some points.
Flags down right before the snap. We've also got scores, by the way, running for you there at the bottom of the screen. Look at Jeff Coe, 55-0 on Cott County tonight. Jeff Coe had a great season last year. Central, they were leading Dobbins-Bennett for a time, but second half was all Dobbins-Bennett. Gibbs by 2. That was the last update we had on Union County. Union County, boy, that's a good first quarter early score for them. Oh, 52-18 is Gibbs now in the third. All right, thank you, Ken Weathers.
Yeah, courtesy of Ken.
He's got that Gibbs link over there. All right, Halls, as we mentioned, trailing Oak Ridge in the fourth, 10-7. But continue to watch the bottom there. We've got the latest scores for you. We'll try to keep them updated. Here's Manu looking for somewhere to throw it, but he's going to have to hang on to it. Good pickup, cuts it back toward our side, 20, 15, out. Oh, that was a late hit, it looks like. Let's see if there's the flag. Yeah, he was
right into the wall.
Yeah, he was
and
well
he's
out
down.
of bounds.
Looks like they're going to get some attention on him. I mean, he was hit right from the back, right into that wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking the Maryville, that looks like that's the Maryville training staff there.
Yeah, they were right on him as soon as he went into the wall there.
And just, listen how quiet it got.
Yeah. I mean, that was certainly a scary hit from the back right into a brick wall. Not ideal.
Yeah, so let's hope he's okay. But it is, you can hear a pin drop now in that stadium.
Yeah, it is crazy how quickly that went to dead silent. Looks like you got a bunch of people kind of hovering around him right now. We're going to hope he's okay.
Yeah, we'll check back in here in a moment. Bearden and West, this one just about over. It looks like West is going to win this one. They're trying to get their fans excited. 21-6, 25 seconds left to go. The clock ticking down. Big win for West, getting off on the right foot here. I will take my hat off to Bearden. They could have laid down on this one, but it looks like they had some great opportunities, fought their way back, made this an exciting game, but a good first opener for West on the road.
Yeah, West tonight, Barron Chandler wanted to see a team that is going to show up and prove the work that they've done in the offseason, play with a relentless effort. I would say they did that tonight, so I would say that head coach Barron Chandler probably going to be pretty satisfied with this one to kick off the 2026 season.
Up next for West, they're going to go, well, they got to take on Maryville. That's going to be the next game for them. Bearden will try to get their first win, but they're going to take on Alcoa next week. Stay with us. Friday Frenzy Live returns in just a moment. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. We're back to game action now. Alcoa and Maryville. We'll try to get an update on Thomas Manu when we can, but right now in at quarterback, number 14 is Luca Doherty, the junior. So he is now running things offensively for Alcoa, but they are moving the football close to the end zone there as well.
It appears the helmet may have come off for Alcoa in there. Yeah, 9, Micah. It looks like they're calling for medical.
Yeah, also we got another player down. I can see him
Yeah,
laying
another
right
player
there.
Micah was calling for that. I can't quite make out who's on the ground. Maybe can get Sam to.
It is an Alcoa player. We see the white jersey. But yeah, they're going to stop the game here for a moment. Hopefully, it looks like maybe they're stretching as
more
well.
Like cramping.
Yeah, another cramp. All right, so we are late in this game. We're going to check back in with Oak Ridge and Halls for a moment. We'll let you know when they get back to lining up here for this one. Looks like they're bringing in another
It also
lineman.
looks like they're taking Micah off the field too there as well for Alcoa.
All right, so this is Halls and Oak Ridge. This has been a tight one, 10-7. We've had all kinds of stuff. We've had one team go to the other team's sideline. We've had some key injuries in this one. Again, we hope everybody's okay.
Yeah.
5 minutes left to go in this one, 10-7. Halls with the football, though.
Yeah, so Halls, I mean, a couple plays away from essentially taking the lead and what would be their first of the night. They've trailed the entire time. You know, Oak Ridge got that field goal on the board and then followed it up. It's 10-0, and then Halls came back. And right now on the screen, you see Jarrell Chandler.
Yeah, we got a
timeout. Doing some big things.
All right, so let's go back to Alcoa and Maryville. Find out what's going on there as Halls wants to talk this one over with just around 5 minutes to go. They trail by a field goal to Oak Ridge. Third down right now, and we're talking maybe 1.5 feet for Alcoa as they are knocking on the door. This will be a huge touchdown. Their quarterback out. We'll try to get you, as we mentioned, an update on him. Keep it tuned here to WATE for any type of update on Thomas Manu. But right now, they've got their backup quarterback in, Luca Doherty, the junior, 6'2", 180. He also plays linebacker, and they call on a timeout as well.
Timeout, yeah.
They want to talk about it too. Well, it's a big play. If they can punch this thing
in,
take
in both of these games close.
I mean, they could take a 2-touchdown lead here.
Yeah.
And they really would love to have that cushion, especially knowing that they don't have one of their key performers on offense in there. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Keep it tuned right here. We've got all the action for you. Casey K, Bo Williams, Friday Frenzy Live. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back live, Friday Frenzy Live, Alcoa and Maryville, and the kick is no good. But was there a whistle beforehand? Looks like there may have been, yeah.
So we got a slight update on Manu from Sam Granville saying that he's still sidelined. So it was Luca who finished out that drive for Alcoa. Getting looked at on the sidelines right now. Alcoa is leading 27-14. We'll see what happens with this extra point here.
All right, we're going to check on some highlights for you from around the area. Clinton and Heritage, this thing's been a shootout, and that is an understatement.
Yeah.
Both teams have scored into the 40s on this one, so no defense. So here is Clinton kicking off, and just kind of take a look and watch what happens. Here comes Heritage on the return. We already had a kick return earlier for Clinton, and this is Heritage. That is Caden Filippo, a junior running back, and yeah, he's gone for the touchdown
Whole field,
there.
all the way down.
Yeah, I mean, great return here.
Thing.
There it was again. So Filippo takes it back. Then here comes Clinton, right? I mean, it was really like if you can find the end zone, we can find the end zone as well. This time it's a quarterback keeper and just a lot of room to run. Good blocking there by the wideouts as well. Good move to cut it back inside, then just kind of drags everybody in.
He's going to take a defender with him into the end zone there.
So a great job by Clinton. I mean, this is really survival of who doesn't run out of gas, because both offenses have to be exhausted.
So Heritage ahead on this one right now, 49-42 Heritage with the lead.
All right, so let's go now to Oak Ridge and Halls. This has been another one, a tight ball game. We'll get you up to date with the latest here on this one. Here we go. 4th down, 10-7. Cats on top, 2.5 minutes. Casey, boy, this, I mean,
wow.
At the beginning of the night, do you think this would be one of the tighter games of the evening?
No, absolutely not. And, you know, another game where we saw a quarterback go down, obviously not on the Halls side. Looks like they're going for the field goal, actually.
Yep, trying to get the 3, and it's good.
It's good. Tie game?
Yeah.
Wow.
Love
Maybe
it.
some overtime action there depending on how the end of this one shapes up.
So a big kick, big time kick, a lot of pressure, but you know, you're at home. Can't disappoint the home fans. 10-10 is the score with 2.5 to go. Halls and Oak Ridge. What a game.
Oak Ridge is going to start driving, presumably, with that backup quarterback, Kipton Teagan, with Brody Sparks presumably still out. So it's going to be the backup quarterback that's going to try to facilitate getting this one done for Oak Ridge. Luckily, they have some nice targets around him to go to. Obviously, Malik Howard, the Tennessee commit. I mean, he had a pretty good year last year, caught 53 passes for 778 yards. When he committed, he was considered the number 8 tight end in the 2027 recruiting cycle. One of many pieces that Oak Ridge can lean on offensively. Certainly nice to have a guy like that with a backup quarterback when you need it.
And we saw Fegan earlier when he came in. I mean, we saw he can throw, he can definitely run with the football. So we'll see what the junior can do here. If he is indeed, I'm assuming he's the one that's going to be coming in and still playing under center there for Oak Ridge. But 10-10.
10-10.
2.5 to go. Can we have an overtime game in week 1? Maybe.
I think I feel it. I think it might be happening. We will see.
All right, let's go back to Alcoa and Maryville. Want to get you updated on what's going on there. Alcoa up 28-14, so they got the extra point. So 28-14. Now keep in mind, last year the final was 28-21.
And I believe at one point it was 28-14 last year, if I'm not mistaken. Sometime in the fourth quarter.
Well, a short kick, good grab, good pickup for Maryville. They'll start with good field position here. In the fourth quarter, ball at about the 30-yard line.
Brenton Campbell, number 23 for Maryville, bringing that one back on the kickoff return.
I think they were looking to maybe squib it, and it went right to him in the air. But nice job not to panic, hung onto the football, and a nice little pickup for him as well. So 28-14, Maryville's got to get 2 scores here. Clock is ticking, but you're at home, and you got a great quarterback running the show.
Yeah, and a lot can happen in a little bit of time, as we saw as the first half winded down here, Bo.
That is true. That is true. So Will Jones, get a good look at him. Again, this is our game of the week, brought to you by LMU. Maryville and Alcoa, 98th meeting. Jones out of the shotgun. Now he's going to run it off the draw and picks up a few yards. Yeah.
And if you want anyone running the offense right now, it's going to be Will Jones, who has the experience at Maryville, who has the trust of his teammates. I mean, Coach Cobble said that it's his competitiveness that stands out. I mean, what better time to show that than right here, right now, trying to get that first win of the season in a game that, you know, even though they don't always admit it, definitely means a little bit more, Bill.
Absolutely. Darius Sutterth, by the way, senior linebacker, 6'2", 220 on the tackle, number 42 there for Alcoa. And you even mentioned it earlier, Cobble saying, you know, if he could have any quarterback, that's the guy he wants.
Yeah. Jones, someone who was propelled into the fire his freshman year, but he's saying it's a good thing now. Big throw from him. Oh, dropped. Jameer Dean, the one on the defense there.
Gavin Craig was the intended target there. Thought he was close to pulling that one in.
I thought he had it, too. Reached for it. Jameer Dean, though, with the coverage on that.
A lot of kids you're watching in this game are going to be playing at that next level in college, whether it's D1, D2, D3. That is for sure.
Yeah.
6.5 to go. That pretty much tells the story. Fourth quarter. Again, this game started late due to weather.
This is the time to really prove all those years of experience are paying off for Will Jones.
But we've seen from both sides of the ball, both teams have come up big when they've had their backs to
Yeah.
the wall, whether it was a third down or even a fourth down. So here's Jones, throws,
No.
looking to get it to Colton Faust.
And that's going to bring up fourth down for them. I mean, you got to go for it,
Oh,
right,
absolutely.
Bo? I mean, at
Absolutely.
this point, yeah, I mean,
6 minutes to go.
I think it was about 3rd and 5 before, so I'm assuming it's probably 4th and 5 right now, so a couple yards to go.
So let's see if they take a timeout. They want to talk about it, or
Yeah.
they got the right play. Looks like they're going to go. Here we go.
And Coach said he believes in Will Jones. Jones, something he takes a lot of pride in, that his coach believes in him. No better time to put that to the
There's your
put that to the
timeout.
test right here, right now.
So Maryville and Alcoa are going to talk about this one. 6 minutes, a little over 6 minutes to go. 28-14, Alcoa. The Tornadoes on top of the Rebels. But the time is ticking down. Maryville needs to convert this fourth down. They do not want to turn it over. Don't want to give Alcoa a chance to score some more points, even though they are without their starting quarterback.
And you can see head coach Kenny Cobble in their first year leading the charge for the Rebels. He's very acquainted with this rivalry, known about it since he was in high school up in Morristown. But he said to be in this position now at Maryville, leading the charge at the helm, he said it's surreal and it's an honor.
All right, back to Oak Ridge and Halls right now. Is that Oak Ridge kicking it away as they have punted away? Gets a nice roll there for Oak Ridge down inside the
that's
5.
nice.
They'll down at the 4.
They'll take it. They seem happy about it.
Definitely should be happy about it. Great kick. They're going to say they're spotted at the 3. Regardless, inside the 5, Halls has a long way to go. But we know they have a field goal kicker. We just saw it.
Yes, we
right?
just saw
So they got a kid who can kick. So let's see if they can get within range. I don't know what his range is, but we're going to see if they can at least get close to it and pull this one out.
Say, offense still has to do a little bit of something to get
They
us
gotta-
a little bit closer.
So the junior quarterback in there, Lincoln Wilson for Halls, fakes the handoff, takes it around the far end, but really nowhere to go. Maybe picked up a yard.
Maybe. Maybe. Hey, Sam, how much time we got left in this game by chance? Okay.
All right. Oh.
Whoa, I saw
There
the
we
2,
go.
thought it was
I
2
did too.
minutes. Okay,
17
no.
seconds. I
we
think
got
that's-
seconds. So, I mean, overtime seems imminent right now.
Yeah, I think at this point you just let the
Yeah.
clock run, and they're going to go to
I think because
overtime.
they're so backed up towards the end
Yeah.
zone, they don't want to make a mistake here. I think that's why they did the run.
So there you go. We're
Yeah,
going to
we're going
overtime.
to OT.
All right.
Over at Halls.
How
Wow.
about that, huh?
Yeah.
All right, so 10-10. OT for Halls and Oak Ridge. We'll be checking back in with this one coming up here in a minute.
There's head coach Brent Hughes there.
He's gotta be
hyping his
pumped
team
up.
up a little bit before we go into overtime.
All right, Northview and Carter. We checked on this one a while ago. Right now, take a look at the score there.
Wow.
Carter up 69-42. Last year it was 57-19, so a lot closer. But take a look at the run here for Carter. This was one of their touchdowns here. Again, a nice pickup there for the Hornets. So Carter out in front, looking like they're going to pick up a big win here. But was it Natari Shima with the goal there? So, or the goal with the touchdown.
I mean, a lot of points for Carter. 69 with a
Yeah.
brand new quarterback. It's Bryson Metcalf this year. Obviously, like we said, Brody Sparks now at Oak Ridge. But I mean, to come out score near 70, wow. Number 7 for Carter here.
So again, a big pickup there and a big touchdown. So it looks like Carter's going to win that one. And this one's been Austin East and South Doyle, another game we need to check in on for you. It was 26-6 at the half, South Doyle, and there's another touchdown. South Doyle puts it into the end zone here against the Roadrunners. So South Doyle.
Looks
and
like
then
that
this
was Reed
is
Reynolds.
And then this was back to the Heritage Clinton game. I think we saw some of these highlights earlier with Clinton there on the touchdown. As we mentioned, that game was a 49-42 game. Last time we checked it, Heritage was on top. And then here we go back to some more highlights. This was from South Doyle and Austin East. So
South Doyle driving.
Yep. This time going into the air, had a blocker out in front of him. Great pass, and that was a touchdown.
Joseph Hawkins, number 45, with the catch there for the score.
And then again, more South Doyle. Well, now here's another highlight for you. As we mentioned, Cherokees were up 26-6 at the break on AE. This time they went to the other side of the field with it and a touchdown there. So they came our side, then they went to the right on the next drive. The score, we'll try to get a score for you on this one. I don't know if the control room, if we've got a score on it. We're working to get you the score on this one. But South Doyle looking pretty good here, at least going to the air. We'll take a look at this latest touchdown here as they go far side. 41-19, South Doyle on AE.
South Doyle being led by a new head coach this year, Zach Gibson. He replaced Larry Hedrick, who was there for 2 seasons, and then he was asked to resign following last season. Zach Gibson, a guy who came from Powell, was the defensive coordinator over at Powell and had a lot of success with limiting other teams' offenses over the last few years.
All right, so now we're back at Maryville, Alcoa. And is that the point after? Yeah. So
and that's going to be the same score as last year as the final. So we'll see
5 minutes
if
to go.
It holds,
so
or
Maryville
if Maryville
scores.
can add something to make this one a little more interesting down to the wire. I mean, we could see overtime at this one as well, just like we're seeing at Oak Ridge and Halls. So
2 games that are pretty tight right now. Yeah, as you mentioned, Oak Ridge and Halls, a game that is going to overtime. That game being played at Halls, 10-10 is the score. And then Maryville Alcoa, a touchdown separates them. Looks just like the same score as last year right now, 28-21 Alcoa late in the 4th. All right, we're in overtime. Halls and Oak Ridge. Halls with the football at home. And they have definitely had all the momentum.
Week 1.
Yeah, in week 1, and they have got some momentum. They've had the momentum here. It seems like.
Looks like the ball's on the 11. I could be wrong about that, but that's what it looks like on the scoreboard. We've got that new quarterback in for Halls this year.
Looks like somebody may have jumped. Everybody's upset. Center's like, should I have snapped the ball there?
Yeah. Oak Ridge isn't going to let that one fly in this sort of situation.
Dan Britton is the center for Halls.
Halls returns an experienced front line this year.
They have some big kids.
You can be experienced.
Yeah.
Can still make a move. And
so I don't know if Britton was upset with himself or with his guard or his tackle, but the center is kind of the quarterback of the offensive line.
Yeah.
Right?
One of his guys goes,
More
he's going to
whistles.
feel bad for everyone up there on the line.
We may not get a playoff in the overtime.
Halls graduated 12 seniors from last year's team. That's a decent amount for them. Obviously, that included the one guy we talked about a few times tonight, 4-year starting quarterback Amari Lethko. Halls didn't have the best start to last season, despite the fact that they had a historic run into the playoffs. They started 0-3, Bo. They ended up winning 8 of their next 10 to round out the season for an 8-5 year. But, I mean, win tonight for any team, especially a team who didn't quite start out the way they would have wanted to last year. Always big, always going to generate some momentum.
The Halls calls a timeout, so they're going to talk things over. They got to get everybody to relax, get on the same page. And again, it's 10-10 there in overtime. Let's go back to our LMU game of the week. We're talking about Maryville and Alcoa. Maryville just scored to make it a 28-21 game with a little over 5 minutes to go. And they're getting ready to kick it away, or will they do an onside kick?
5 minutes is what we saw last time.
Looks like
I guess you could do it and try to catch them off guard.
Yeah, everybody's, we've got another timeout, so 5:14 is what's left in this one. Again, you see the score there, 28-21. Let's go back to Oak Ridge and Halls. We'll see who will snap the football first.
We're just taking some time on both of these games tonight.
Yeah, we're going to bounce back and
both in
forth.
very down to the wire scenarios here, so understandable.
Sure. And another timeout. So there you go. Oh, we got a player down. So an injury timeout here. We got another player, looks like maybe cramped up a little bit. We're going to take a break. Keep it tuned right here to Friday Frenzy Live. We got 2 games we're keeping an eye on coming down to the wire. Welcome back to Friday Frenzy Live. I want to get you up to date on what's happening. Heritage leading now in the game of offense.
That was a pretty one.
It was a beautiful one there. Heritage up in this one, Casey. The question is, can they hang on because everybody keeps scoring? 63-42 The score, 105 points have been scored so far in this game.
Yeah.
No wonder he's laying down.
Troy Irvin on the catch for that one for Heritage.
Both offenses have got to be tired in this game because they've been running up and down the field. All right, let's get back to Halls and Oak Ridge.
Field goal time. Field goal time, Bo.
Big kick, overtime football.
I think that was good.
Looks good.
Yep.
It is. Raise your arms if it's good. So Halls with the score as we are in OT, and that should put them on top.
They were the first ones to go, so we're going to see Oak Ridge get a shot using their backup quarterback.
So 13-10 is the score. Boy, what a big win this would be for Halls.
Yeah,
it
would be a huge win. I mean, last year Oak Ridge went 9 games without getting a loss to their name. They won this one 28-13.
All right, so again, now it will be Oak Ridge's turn with their junior quarterback. They got a player down, it looks like, out there as well. Let's go back to Alcoa Maryville, find out what's going on there. Clock ticking down. This is a 28-21 game. Alcoa on top. That was the final last year. 28-21, 4:27 to go in this one. So and this one's coming down to the wire.
Alcoa also doing it with a backup quarterback. You see there, Luca's there, Manu. Hearing from Sam Granville that he is still sidelined. So it looks like Alcoa is going to most likely have to finish this one out with their backup junior quarterback here. Yeah. I mean, they are in the lead, but we'll see. We'll see what we got going here.
Just got to protect the football. Luca Doherty, again, the junior in at quarterback. He has taken him down for 1 score, so he knows he can move this offense. Here we go. They'll keep it on the ground, which is a smart play. And we've already got whistles being blown. So I think they may have just brought this one back, or they blew the whistles before the play even started.
It looks like a player's down on Maryville's side. Man, a lot of guys going down. I know a lot of it's cramping. So we got 28-21. Maryville in the lead. Gonna have a timeout here while they attend to the injured player. Again, 98th edition, so 2 years away from the century mark. 2 years away from hitting that big 1-0-0. We saw Loudoun and Lenora City hit that century mark with their rivalry last year. Maryville is going to do it soon, and now we're back over Oak Ridge on the drive.
Here we go in overtime.
Against Halls.
It looked like he was going to throw it toward that, used to be his left, and there was nobody there, so he ran with it, maybe he picked up a yard, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, not sure, but they're down 13-10, 3rd down in overtime.
So if they can't get more than if they get a field goal, they'll tie it. If they can get a touchdown, they'll win it. If they don't get anything, it's going to be Halls because they already got their turn in overtime. They came away with the field goal, 2nd field goal of the night for them.
We saw Kyler Sachs earlier, the senior kicker, convert for Oak Ridge. So they know they got a kid that can kick. And we've got more whistles.
And then again, that Oak Ridge quarterback that is in right now, he's in for Brody Sparks, who we saw go down a little bit earlier in the game. He's having trouble walking on his own on the sideline, has not returned yet. A guy who transferred to Oak Ridge to hopefully chase a championship, which is what a lot of the guys on Oak Ridge are looking for this year.
And hopefully he's okay. Hopefully Brody Sparks. He's a lot of fun. If you watched Carter last year, he's an explosive quarterback and can do a lot of things with the football. So hopefully he's going to be okay, can shake this off, at least be healthy by the time, if not next week, by the time they get into district play.
Yeah, experienced quarterback too, starting for, I believe, 2 years at Carter, throwing for about 2,500 yards last season, a little shy of 20 passing touchdowns.
All right, so big play coming up here for Oak Ridge. 3rd down. They trail 13-10. We are in overtime. Halls had to battle back in this one to tie it up, force the OT. And Oak Ridge now, can they put it in the end zone and win this thing in overtime, or are they going to have to bring out the kicker and see if they can extend the extra time? Deegan with the football right now, looking around, kind of throws it off balance, and it's
no good.
Couldn't hang on to it there. He was looking for his receiver. Right there at the front end of the end zone, that was Demillion Porter, number 8, the senior wideout. But again, we have another flag, or are they just talking it over? Do we have a holding call maybe?
Flag. Again, that was 3rd down.
So it was holding.
This game just crossed the 3-hour mark too, Bo.
Yeah.
I mean, we forget the Maryville-Alcoa game. That one started late, so it makes sense that one's still going. Obviously, we're in overtime with this one, but I mean, we're over 3 hours into this one now.
So the penalty declined, 4th down.
4th
right?
and 8.
That should bring up 4th and 8. So let's see.
Either go for it for the tie, and then we're staying in overtime, or we're going for a touchdown for the win. And it doesn't appear
it looks like
that a kicker
they're
is
going to go for
out.
it. I think they're
They're
going to
go for it with the backup QB.
Kipton Fegan, the junior quarterback. It is all or nothing on this play.
So we're going to have a winner on the other side, Bo.
Let's see. Fegan with the ball, throws far side toward the end zone. Did he hang on to
Looks like
it?
he had it.
A touchdown.
Yeah,
oh my goodness. Oak Ridge.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Zayden Williams, number 1 for Oak Ridge, wide receiver, junior, getting the ball from Fegan.
What a final moment. Backup quarterback, putting it right where it needs to be, on the road, pressure's on. Wow. What a win for Oak Ridge.
What a win for Oak Ridge. What a way to start the season. I would call that a heartbreaker for Halls. I mean, they battled back until the end. You take it to overtime. See Fegan getting some well-deserved love from his teammates there. I mean, he caught that right on the edge zone in double coverage. I mean, wow.
Fegan to Williams. That's how they wrap this one up for Oak Ridge as they take this one in overtime. What a win on the road for the Cats, but a great performance by the Red Devils as well for Halls. So, again, congratulations to Oak Ridge on that one. Halls, they're looking good for the season as well. All right, let's go back over.
Great game to start the season.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's go back to our LMU game of the week. Maryville and Alcoa. Clock is ticking on this one, 28-21.
4th down. Looks like we got 3:13.
Yep, so still time, plenty of time.
Still plenty of time.
On the clock on this one. Again, this one started a little late. But a big play, though. You know, Alcoa, they don't want to give Maryville the football. That is for sure. They want to try to milk this clock as much as they possibly can. And we should say we're going to be breaking away here in a little bit, but you'll catch the final. We'll let you know what happens coming up tonight on WAT 6 on your side news at 11 o'clock.
We will have a full recap of how this one finishes.
Looks like he's setting to kick it. That's exactly what Alcoa is doing.
He's the quarterback and the kicker tonight.
So Maryville will take it. He'll run it up the middle here, brought down after about maybe a 4 or 5 yard pickup. So Maryville will have the football with about 3 minutes to go. They can tie it up. They've got good field position.
And they've got time.
And they're at home. They got the fans behind them. So here's some other scores from around the area. Yeah, this is an interesting one. Seymour, 48-14.
Yeah,
Casey,
I was looking at that one
Pittman.
while we were in the show. Sam Rothman texted, and she saying Gatlinburg-Pittman's getting shut out. I'm like, there's no way. I got to look for it myself. I mean, state title game player last year and getting beat up on by Seymour. And then you see Greenville took down Mo West 36-13.
So congrats to the Eagles tonight and the Green Devils both picking up wins to start the season this evening. South Doyle's, we showed you big winners tonight on the road at Austin East. Carter and Northview Academy, a lot of points. Hornets survive that.
111 points when you add it up between those two. Crazy. Then we see West getting the win over the Bearden Bulldogs 21-6. Campbell County falls to Lenoir City Bow.
All right. Have yourself a great night. Don't forget highlights and scores coming up for you on WATE at 11.
Have a good night.